Greetings, fellow Sierra Leoneans and viewers beyond the Sierra Leone community. Welcome to Salone for All and Voice for All Network Television. I am your host, KHADIJA TEJAN NABIE. Today we get a very interesting topic. We're going to be analyzed on different lengths. But having said that, I'll be taking on a quick pause. For now, we watch a commercial where basically they part of the relating to the discussion today, and we'll come right back. And I welcome once again.
Welcome back. All right, buckle up because this next topic is a doozy. Back in 2017, one of the most searched terms on Google was polyamory. If you've never heard of it, it's basically a relationship that includes more than just one romantic partner. At the same time, the wild thing is all partners involved know about each other and are damn cool with it. And here to share a little bit about their unique dynamic is Alex Porter, Shalon Porter, and Chantel Brown. Glad to have you here on The Factor Uncensored.
Thank you.
Alex, you're in the middle. So
Yes,
tell
sir.
me what's going on here with this trio.
Oh, well, this is my wife, of course, and this is my girlfriend. And we are polyamory. We have a relationship that we all know about, continue. We actually have a family all together that we are developing. You know, we've been doing this for going on 3 years now. You know,
And so how long have you and your wife been married?
20 years.
20
Going on to
years.
21 this year.
Now, if you could, you'd marry her, but that's not legal right now, right?
That's not legal. That's why it makes it polyamory.
Right.
Now, polygamy is also a form of it, you know, where you have a man with two wives, and that is the goal, of course. You know, I want to have her married, and, you know, Utah just recently passed where they're decriminalizing polygamy.
Right.
You know, so everything is in the process. That is the goal overall to actually, yes, make us one big unit together.
Shalon, so what do you think about this? Who brought it to whom and said, let's do this?
I actually brought it to him and told him I would be willing to have another female in our relationship. And it was just based off of watching TV shows, actually. And I was like, you know, I would do something like that. The husband and wife brought in another woman, and I was like, I like that. They're a throuple. I would do that.
Now, are you all sexually active together, like you and you?
No.
Or just,
Yeah.
okay, explain it to me then.
So romantically, Alex and Chantel are together, and then me and Alex are married, and then me and Chantel, we're more platonic sisters.
Okay, got it.
So
Got
we
the
run the
sister wives.
household, we make sure everything is taken care of. If I can't get it, she gets it, and kind of in that order.
Okay, and so how did you come into this relationship, and how were you open to it?
Well, it was not the best start. It was infidelity. Me and Alex, we did have a relationship outside of their marriage, and it basically happened like that. It fell into that. He brought it up, and of course, it wasn't in the way that it is brought up. It was, oh, well, you might be meeting her. Oh, well, and I'm like, okay, well, who am I not to want to meet a woman that it's been rocky. I've been with her husband. So we sat down, we met. We did
But
not
Shalon,
initially.
you had to have some anger in the beginning, though, right?
Like at any point in time you find out your spouse is cheating on you. I went through all my emotional roller coaster, but once I realized that him and her had built a connection and that they were still speaking to each other, I was like, well, I want to meet the person who you have brought into our relationship, you know, me unknowing, but I'm still willing to get to know her because I know it's not her fault that he wasn't honest with the both of us at the beginning. But I was willing to, you know, open up my home and meet her.
And so now you're expecting, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I am pregnant.
And so how are? I guess you're all right.
Yeah, more
That was something that we spoke about when she first came into the relationship. I told her, I was like, she didn't have any kids. I have 2 kids. And I told her if she was going to be a part of our family, I wouldn't want to take that ability away from her. I think every woman deserves the right to be a mom. I want you to be able to feel that. I want you to be able to be at your fullest potential of being a woman. And that is the most beautiful thing about being a woman, is having a child.
And when people think about a relationship like this, we think everybody's in the same bed. Do you have a separate room, or do you all sleep together in the same bed? How does that work?
We're all in the same bed.
Really?
Yeah, it is hot in the middle. I'm
Yeah,
going
but-
to say that. I bought 2 separate blankets. And I can bust it open and just be like, I can't do this. No, but we do sleep in the same bed. Now, there are those, because a lot of people, when they think polyamory, they think of this. You know, 1 man, 2 females. But polyamory breaks into so many things. Like I said, it also falls into polygamy, which is 2 things of polygyny, where it's a man with 2 wives, or multiple wives, let me say it like that. And then there's also polyandry, where it's a woman with multiple husbands. Now, when you go back to polyamory, the dynamics open up so far to where there could be 4 people in the relationship, 2 males, 2 females. It could go into a solo poly, to where you have multiple relationships, and it's all about having consent, open things. And we do have a big community here in Houston at the moment.
We're going to talk about that when we come back. Terribly interesting conversation. We're going to continue. We got to continue this. We'll be back.
You're watching The Isaiah Factor Uncensored.
I'm back with the Porter family, and they're opening our eyes to the world of polyamory. They've also brought their kids on. Now, polyamory is a non-monogamous relationship made up of multiple people. We have them here on the Factor Uncensored. The kids are here. So when Chantel first came into the family, and you guys are older kids, what did you think about that? That your dad brought another woman home and your mom accepted it?
Well, at first I was kind of like, who is this lady? Like, what's the relationship going on here? Because it really wasn't discussed between me and my brother. She just like appeared in our house one day, and I was like, who is she? Right? I was like, who is this lady? Right?
It was kind of.
Hey y'all, it's your girl, Her Majesty. So as you can see, the topic of the day is polygamy. So I had a little small conversation about it with my fiance. It was just a conversation, just of a topic, a random topic we just decided to talk about. We talk about so many random things and getting into our little heated up debates. It's so fun. But this topic was polygamy. I'm like, you not about that life. You ain't about that life. More than 1 wife? You think you can handle more than 1 wife? What y'all think? Because from what I'm coming to notice is it don't really seem like that bad of a deal. For real. I mean, if you think about it, it's an extra hand, you know, it's an extra income. It's an extra person, period. So I feel like it'll just make things run a little smoother. And then when from what I'm looking at, you know, just watching YouTube videos of people that do this, people that's really about that life. You know, like I said, this is just conversation for me. I don't see that happening. But I can see why people do it. I can see the benefit in it with, you know, closing my eyes to what we come to believe is normal, and just wiping it all out and, you know, embracing other ideas and things from our culture and heritage that has been wiped away and, you know, erased from us as a people. But now as things are being more easily accessed, information, knowledge, and people are opening their eyes now and starting to see that there's a lot of things that come with us as a people that we were taught were wrong, you know. And it's hard to see the right in it when for so long we've been taught to believe and do things a certain way, which was the way of the people who took us captive. So whenever I bring up certain things, I know it's like I can make people uncomfortable, but that's the point. Let's get uncomfortable, you know. Let's reach into the depths of information that's gonna make us uncomfortable. That's the goal, you know, because that's the information we need, and that's probably the information that's going to get us up out of this rut we've been in for about 400 and so years, for real. So this is what I've been into. I've been looking into different areas of our culture that most people don't like to talk about. So this is one of them. Polygamy. It's in the Bible. Other cultures do it. For some reason, it's been made a thing of shame, I guess, somehow. That's something I'll have to research. If you know how that happened, feel free to educate me. I'm open to new information. But I don't know when it happened, when was that made wrong, because I know for so long in the past that was a normal thing to do. Even the kings in Europe, they had multiple wives. So it's like, when did that become wrong? So, or I could have that wrong. They had wife after wife. I don't know if they had them all at the same time. I don't know. I could have got that wrong. But point is, for our culture, anyway, I don't care what they was doing. For our culture, is this so wrong? I don't know. I just want to see. Because like I said, as I'm finding out, it seems like it makes sense. Because you divvying up the responsibilities of the family amongst more than one, let's say 3 or more people, and everybody has a task, and everybody contributes to the family in a way that's going to make it thrive. And that sounds good. That sounds like the makings of an empire. Like, everybody wants a legacy, right? You want to have something to pass down to your family, and you let's just think of it like back when people wanted to just carry their family's names with pride. We don't do that. We really don't. I mean, you may say you do. You may say I'm a Johnson, or I'm a whatever the hell, Robertson, whatever. That's not your name. That's not your name. What are we doing? That's not your name, and traditions and things that you're following are not your traditions that you should be following. So I feel like that's why our black families and black households be falling apart so easily, because the foundation that we're building upon isn't even for us. You know, I seen a video of a guy, he had 3 wives, and they felt the way they work, it seems as it works so well. Like, the children are on point education wise. Children are homeschooled, so each parent has a subject that they teach the child, and each parent gets to spend that quality time with the kid, and they get to mold their children the way you should mold them, instead of letting the outside world mold them. Everybody has time to reflect on themselves. Everybody has time to go make an income and bring it back to the household without trying to divvy up your time and maybe putting too much focus on work and forgetting about your family, significant other. So it really makes sense. Like, it really seems like it could work if you was doing it with the right people and you were doing it for the right reasons. You know, get all that freak stuff out your mind. Like, if you really think about it in the sense of building an empire and making a name for your family, like, it really does make sense. So I'm just curious as to what you guys think about it. Like, what's your argument on polygamy? Is it something that you think that you could do? You think it's something that is just horrible and disgusting? I don't know. Like, let's answer the question. I don't know. Let's have a conversation. So if you want, leave a comment. You know, I'll read the comments, because your comments is going to keep me moving. Comments create the conversation. So leave a comment, like the video, subscribe. There will be other videos or other random topics. If there's some facts or anything that I say wrong, feel free to correct me. I'm always right until you prove me wrong. So prove me wrong. I love it. All right, so see you soon. I'm going to sign off right now. But like I said, keep the comments coming. So as soon as I get some comments, I'm coming right back at it. And then we can discuss further. Maybe we'll dive into something else. And just keep it moving. All right. See y'all.
Welcome back once again. I shall say that the two video them kind of like give you guys an opening of what will they discuss today. Will they discuss all with a kind of like we're all different opinion, and we learn to a common ground. That's the hope here today. Some school of thoughts go look at it as a blessing in their lives or in the lives of their families. Some school of thoughts will look at it, say, oh, well, I be don't come out from a polygamy home, so I been get a wicked stepmother or whatever the case may be, or I struggle, I suffer, and it's the reason why I may not necessarily welcome the idea. Some may say, well, I had a very, very good background when it comes to polygamy, and it's the reason why I believe say it's a necessity, and the list goes on and on and on. Having said that, before we go into the in total of today, I did take this opportunity for pause and bring in, we panelists them, others then they come and follow as we then go join we as we they go through. Having said that, make a pause, bring come Mr. Owan Kasu. Welcome, sir. Kindly introduce yourself.
Hi, good afternoon, good evening. Mina Abdullah Kamara, aka Owen Kasu. Thank you so much, Khadija, for bringing me to the show tonight. And I say hi to the viewers and listeners. I would say this will be an interesting one for us tonight. Thank you.
Absolutely. Miss F, they tell you thank you for honoring the invitation. Welcome, sir. Make I bring come Miss Jane Balasama Jane. Welcome, sir. Introduce yourself, please.
Thank you very much, Madam Khadija. Mina Balasama Jane from Sierra Leone. I presently being an Indian at the Pursue Higher Studies. Thank you for getting me on this platform. We hope it will be an interactive.
Wonderful. Welcome once again, Mr. Janet. Thank you also for honoring the invitation. Make I bring in Mr. Lawrence, and I bring in based on how we now enter, by the way. Welcome, Mr. Lawrence. Kindly introduce yourself, sir.
Lawrence Fox of SALONE within London.
Well, wonderful.
Me, I want to turn Muslim right now. Say what is the time for a woman? Me, I want to Muslim.
Let's not dive into the... Come on, it's an introduction process. It's going to be one interesting night.
So I want to Muslim. Me, I want to Muslim.
It's going to be one interesting night. You already see that coming from this.
I want to Muslim.
Okay, having said that, so make I bring in one of the queen in the house, Mrs. Marie Conte. Welcome, darling. Welcome. Check your device, the volume.
Hello, how are you doing?
Fine,
well, I'm Miss Marie Conte. I'm glad for being part of the platform, and I know we will get good interaction today. We will interact and we will educate, entertain people. Well, please, I come from program quick, so I'm going to be in and out.
Sounds like
you meet me. Once you call me, I will come on and do that.
Wonderful, no problem. So having said that, because you're not the queen amongst the kings, I will bring you come in. Now you give me your own take, your own point of view. What do you think about polygamy marriage?
Polygamy marriage for me, like I was somebody with a married couple of women then. And my brother then at this platform, Mr. Jane, also come on, Kwenadugu, like we've been see and they a lot. But now, thank God, because of the education, the sensitize a lot of people learn. So now in all day again, because when you married for woman, it creates problem that you home. It creates problem then for you picking there and all of that. Me, my daddy is a Muslim, but my mommy been so lucky. Now one day, man, married. Yeah, now with my brother, they talking about London. They say don't confuse where they see them find woman there. They want some Muslims so that we get 3 or 4. But then they work again. So not so like thing very nice. So anybody that listen this, not so thing very nice. But when something will happen in the future, if you know one woman you get to begin and then careful worker, you get there nobody know they know it's secret. But when 2, 3 women and then everybody want to for you. And it can bring problem between the picking there, the family member then the woman there. So me, I kick against them. So me brother out the London, we want get 2 or 3 at the first for Mr. Telon 91.
Okay, thank you so much. We respect your opinion and your point of view, and equally we will respect everybody their opinion here. Like I said, we define a common ground. I want to bring come Mr. Lawrence because you happen to be from the opposite religion. So I want to know you come in and give you your take on polygamy before I bring the other fellows.
Hello, when you talk about polygamy, basically, from your point of view, it's a religion, and something religion, Muslim religion accept. Because the Christian religion different from the Muslim religion in terms of, we get some certain teachings on the aspect of polygamy. Now, one man we for take wives them, we for equally love and equally take care of them. Sometimes take care of them. And that point of view, and they look at say Muslim, and that make Muslim they look and say woman them, one man for take, not a woman for take man, oh, man for take woman. You know what I mean? See, if you marry them, and if you give them equal love and affection, sometimes and if you share a wealth among them. If this man not gets that kind of money for take more than one wife, forgive all the kind love and all the kind respect we forgive. Because I make when the first wife for agree for make me take the second wife. And you get for love them all the same from the religious perspective according to Islam. So not to Muslim then one person view. I respect the religion, I respect the views.
So when you hear the words of a Muslim woman like Madame Conte, Mrs. Conte, where they frown against polygamy, what's in your take on that?
This is wrong because it's a religious right, traditional right, customary right. So whether you want frown against someone, you know, want frown that Allah agree say a man for take more than one wife. That side in one thing. As long as the man able for the care, love them all and respect them all and take care of them all equally.
Thank you, sir. Make I bring in Mr. Wankasu. Come on in, sir, and give you real take on that, and then I will bring Mr. Janet shortly. Come in, sir.
All right.
Welcome.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
I think say let's start with Madame Marie Conte. Because young and beautiful right now, so I don't feel say they see the other side of the arguments. So right now he will choose for one for the with one man and he no more for married. So what's polygamy now is societal problem where if you say it is solve societal problem. Polygamy that we can we good for the society, it good for family, it good for society. But we need to go in depth into the argument yet because they introduced the position of boss. Was from your position are they fully in support of polygamy because it also solve a lot of issues them that communities them and the religion will be the worship. Now Islam will be the follow Islam and Islam supports polygamy. So and I don't look at the rationale behind polygamy and I see very good reasons then why make polygamy very important for women, not even for men. Polygamy is even good for women than the men then. Thank you very much for now.
Thank you, Mr. Wankasu. We respect your view. Make I bring Mr. Janet. Come in, sir. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Just like the sister said, we come out from the same place as Sierra Leone, in Adubu district. Polygamy here of the increase, especially in West Africa and some Arab communities. Just like previous speakers noted, if you look at polygamy, they tell you say for marrying more than one wife, and which they tell you say they get the golden rules and principles them where they work on. So that golden rules and principles then they back on religious findings and religious truths. So just like the brother was saying in the last speaker, polygamy mostly I think is common among the Muslim community. So the Muslims then do polygamy because of certain reasons. So in the background as a Muslim, so I think they support polygamy based on them reality that we face on now. Like me, I get an example. I come from a very polygamous home. My papa married 3 wives. He ended up for dying with 2 wives. He wanted the first to his child. But If you look at again the social concept, these are the broader arguments which is saying polygamy is not good. So for example, now I find myself in India. In India, I have a long-term polygamy of 19. So that's why the polygamy will exist. It is being released in India and India. But amongst the Muslim community in India, they still the marriage to wife. So as we go along, we will talk more on polygamy.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So, Miss Marie.
Yes.
Welcome back. Welcome back. So I want to ask you a few questions because based on what you say, you start first, you submission say the community where you find yourself or the home where you find yourself or the surrounding where you found yourself per se, maybe not necessarily directly to you, you may see that polygamy they exist. So if you can recollect back, waiting at the negativity or the positive from what you learned from that, and you also go back again and claim, say, polygamy exists right now because of education. Other school of thoughts go argue, you say that may not necessarily be true. Other school of thoughts go also say that this is more of a personal point of view or your own way of looking at marriage versus the one who will say, I welcome the idea. So I want you to come back in and give us your take on that.
For me, like I see polygamy in disadvantage. Like my brother in the market, he married 4 wives, and they all they live in the same house. But waiting in help them, he can get money. He be able to take care of him and them. But the problem with polygamy, the man they married for home and them, and one day will live long, and the people will testify. So like a guy at young age, and the woman, everybody will be set for the property. Like they say, they try for die, saw you are the measure in a family, just they use an as example. The woman in the rush, everybody they try for good luck in your business for their family members and nobody. And right now, as I say, the compound the way left and everything, because the woman they know everybody want for married. So now they decide say nobody not for bring a man at the house, not for married other man. Like we bring and can at the house. So everybody they for married, they go, and the picking and long big, some is small. So the picking and one stay at the house. So you see the mommy then on your side, the picking and then at your side. But if you have been one might be married, even if you die, family member they know will be see knock out man at that compound because you're young, you get rights for married and bring you man. And then the other thing what they say is right. What they say like for educate, like if you get youth, they sensitize people, it still they happen. People they still they marry 2, 3 wives. But like Boku, like before. Now you go see Paramount Chief then they only get one woman, one wife. But before they get past 10 or 20. Like what they say Africa, if they say they make them bondo, the tell bondo business day. Anytime when they make bondo, the chief for go choose one woman. So if you are alive, you make more than 40. If you want to, they get more than 40 wives. So then they say some Paramount Chief then they don't even know their wife then. Like when they ask, oh you did Naya? So like all lenting and they not to team way right. One woman not going to be honest, wait they shape that 3 days, but wait for 1 month before your man can to you. You not be right. You must do your own the way you want to. So and then they all are the same like then they all know necessary, but it's true the things still happen. And then at the side where you try to say at the disadvantage side. But the advantage side, some people think you do a right for them. And they do a go for them. Good. But not everybody. Okay. With the young people right now, like me, I don't want for shame me man with nobody. If you come by reality. Because when we are 2 days, sometimes me I serve God, now God me believe. Sometimes me wait can get 2 or 3 gods. So when you take them home, then they will the other disadvantage. The picking they're not successful, most of them, because they meet us on wicked mates. They will try for bring the own picking them down, or they will try for do something bad to you. So like if you come here with the shape for sensitize or talk to people, you know, encourage you, know once and when they come up for you, not to team well nice. Only are they teach and kick against that. Not to team well nice.
So I want to come in for a second. I want to come in from what would they you perception is on one personal your own self-interest, secondly from experience from your family based on your cousin will be married more than one woman them, and the outcome where it take. So the first one where now your own self personal interest. Now the fact that way you say you know and share your man, that's not your own self personal interest. That's one, and that is quite okay because you're being honest. Then the other one, like I say, you not look at it on the religious perspective, but rather based on the experience where you see with the woman and they. So now, let's say, okay, now you don't talk about the negative impact, right? Based on the experience of your cousin, way past away, we be married for, right? And then you also don't talk about your own self-interest because you know and share your partner, right? Let's say, God forbid, because I read one thing once a while, be share. I think it was 2016 or 2015. You understand? Wherein it changed me all perception about polygamy. You understand? Wherein this woman, like let's say you as an example, you then at that situation the way your husband he come home, it tell you say this person in man don't die, then sin and day I go like for go marry them for there it be parts of we, or let's say even the man not die. You understand? You go hey crazy this and that blah blah blah, you raise hell, so on and so forth. The man itself it go with the flow. Down the line you end up down the line you end up I think say that woman they go marry somewhere else. I forget the entirety. I will try for revisit them if I get chance. Why would they make the woman God make other man come up for them. I think they get some distraction, eh?
Yeah, let's go.
God make other man come up for is settle down. Then now years later you can find yourself in your situation. But waiting happy now, it gets a better frame of mind in the religious aspect. It gets a good heart say, I not go just share this man by myself. I they welcome this woman. You understand? Then he now can end up welcome you. You understand me? Where it be say later on now you can't shame param. This not a true story where it be say I will share them the other day safe na me wall as a matter of fact. So having said that, when you look at that kind of story there, if you let's say now you na a your husband not there alive again, right? And then another man come up for you, we're not already married, right? Where it be say, you know, say you self don't fall in love with the person, right? And the person, you know, say genuinely love you. The woman are also obviously ready for accept you. You understand me? Where Islamic, that's another thing at the end of the day that I know I ain't even going to. The one they will learn past me, they go elaborate on that a little bit more. Yeah. So you don't fall in love with this man. This man he said don't fall in love with you. And they try for do the right thing for marriage you. You go tell me say you not go accept that? Interesting, right? I love that. See, that's why it's called critical thinking. We think beyond the comfort zone, right?
Because of that type of situation, I will accept.
So now, let's call it a selfish, self-centered approach, right?
I will feel guilty.
Yeah.
Like most time in then I do space one for accept them.
Yeah.
I repeat them today. What goes around comes around. And me on turn. So that one can say no. I no go do am. But if me accept, myself I said, well, if I come in that marriage, I'm always together.
Yeah.
I'm here like I belong to something.
I love your honesty. Okay, darling, will they come back to you? Make I go back to Mr. Wankasu. I want kind of like stimulate your mind a little bit. Why is it that give us the Islamic perspective as to why you make such analysis them or some statements that we make say a helpful to society as a whole when it comes to polygamy. What's it make you say that, sir? Educate us a little bit.
Make a clarify some points then. I'm glad we Ms. Marie commented on, you know, making a shift in position right now because you don't begin to see certain scenarios and really put words wrong. We don't look at from an Islamic point of view, we don't educate yourself like that. So, you know, Islam first of all, the Quran advises every Muslim to like marry one woman. He said marry one woman. And that the only religious book in the world will say married one woman. But not stop there. Understand? It says if you want to marry more than one woman, you are allowed to. You could choose the second one, you could choose the third one, you could choose the fourth one, but then you stop. 4. Then you go beyond 4. So the area of paramount chief then where they married woman named Bambulu, that is a cultural thing. It has nothing to do with Islam. Any Muslim man will go beyond 4, they don't go beyond Islamic principles. Then another point. The third point I want to show, or I want to make as clear is, you then pick the second woman provided you adjust to them. When I mean just, I'm not saying make you treat them equally, make you love them equally. Not to so the religious principles say. Understand? It not necessarily means say when you buy mobile phone for this, you have to buy a mobile phone for that only. Because the one might need a mobile phone, the other one might not need a mobile phone. But how you treat them, you treat them justly. When you don't treat them justly, it make the one woman who feel say they treat the one better past the other one. The other one they feel say they treat them better past the other one. Vice versa. You understand? Now that the Islam mean by treating them justly. If you know, for say you able to treat them justly, you don't want to go happy, or say you're not biased to one of them, you can pick the other woman you marry them. Okay? So let me go at that side back. And the other reason why they make Muslim people marry another woman, because one of the other reasons then, for instance, you don't marry this woman. One of the primary reasons why make Muslim will be married, not a man first of all, I was a Muslim. One of the primary reasons we make people be married are because you want for make a family, which is very, very important. You want to go with the kid, you want to see, when you see your kids, they're beautiful. You say, oh, I wish they were going to go picking for me, say, by the press, so this is one of the primary reasons why make people in the married. So for instance, you can't get a situation where you don't get married this woman. When I don't go 3, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, they go on and on, picking up, all come in between one. Understand? You love your husband, you as a woman, you love your husband, you want to let your husband on picking. You don't come find out so you need to forgive your husband picking. You don't will be guilty for saying yes and they keep guiding your husband. You don't will feel say yes, my husband deserve to get a picking. If me no say I need to forgive your husband a picking, why are not just allowing your husband to take a second wife? Then from that point, when you born the picking, that picking will come join the family, the picking will be your picking. Usually in the African society, you will find out say when the woman will come, the second woman will come born the picking, then they take that picking, they hand them over to the big wife. Then they tell her this picking, you get her this one till that one. Understand? And that picking, they go see that woman as mama, they will look after her till they die. So this is the beauty of Islam. And you see certain people in our community, in our society, where their husband, they don't die, they left their widows there with plenty picking. So some of the issues and they're very, very important for the people that are left out, because they deserve that care, they deserve that male partner who will look after them. Because in a family who side the male partner, okay, something is missing there. Women are very strong to handle a lot of things, but picking the way they grow up inside the sometimes issues that can come up among the families and if your male partner did it for able to control things or make sure say things are better, it's good for let the man take a second wife for help the family they follow they able to sustain themselves inside that same community there. You see? So let's just stop now for now,
Yes.
and then you just dedicate yourself small as we go along.
Excellent. Well stated. Thank you, sir. So now, I don't know if you want to expand on that, Mr. Balamasi. I'll bring you can soon. Mr. Lawrence, come in. I want to bring another thing to the table.
Yeah, it's always self-conscious, say like it is the responsibility of what? A man or married other woman because there's solution to the problem there. You know what I mean? A woman need a man in life. Mrs. Fox, I don't tell Mrs. Fox that they can marry other woman back. Khadija, Khadija, they can marry to her. All the other woman, they back me. Easy back with them, make sure they can marry them back. So it's happening. Don't make her serious. Now, this is very serious. Don't make her very serious. Don't make her very serious. The point is, as a woman, you have to respect the tradition, the religious aspect of what? Of your religion. I want to kick against your religion because they don't count Europe, they don't count America, they don't count because I want to begin leak and that carry them. You have it there. Because me a Christian, me not go right for go married other woman. Because Mr. Yanka, so back you mistake, you're not so only Islam they tell we say you get right for married one wife. Christian don't make a plan say we married one wife, you don't done. The aspect of the other side is polygamy. And polygamy, they put a law back. 7 years imprisonment, polygamy. Let me joke with you aside you. That's what Mr. Wankasu. But the point I make here is I respect being a person, I respect people in their own traditional beliefs. That's what I mean. Let me tell you, I want some Muslim right now. I want some Muslim man. That's what I mean. Me and the man. But then if I go look at some another perspective, the man that will feel left out. That he left out of us to see waiting. And the man no more get right for married more than one wife. This guy will come out India, Mr. Waiting, Janet will come out India, will tell you say they get polyandry, they get all kind of different way. One woman they marry more than one man. Eliza. When I ask her, will tell you. I lie. Because the Muslim religion, if I look at some back there is biasness. I mean the woman said they feel bad, see the religion, they discriminate against them. But then they left for another topic. But the fact here is, if you're a woman, a religious woman, a Muslim woman, any celebrate in this world, you have to respect the Muslim culture. Okay, if you don't accept that, and you don't bond into. If you're a Christian woman, you go marry a Muslim man, you have to respect the man get right for go marry more than one wife. That left on that side, they don't come over talk. And don't open and say, oh, they had the back. They think the Indian man come on, the Indian man they can't tell you back. Khadija don't left from back.
Thank you, sir. Make a bring Mr. Janet in. Mr. Janet, come in.
Yes, I think clearly and don't make their own point. You see, in the religious aspect, as I say, this discussion, therefore look at in the social concept and in the religious concept. In the religious concept, this discussion will be focused on for me and background as a Muslim, polygamy is accepted with conditions, just like Mr. Owen has said. So the condition what they need, just like when you highlight you, when you marry a woman, I don't know more than how many years you're not getting to. They engage wife on a plan, so we now will not get to. So we can go ahead and look for another woman who is able. And God approved that man with those following conditions. And in Islam also, when we talk about polygamy, say it's illegal because one to prevent, cheating, or one to prevent or get concubines them outside. So now even the Islam says, whenever you notice one woman not look for you, you should take another wife from the country. Because you're not going to get taken outside, out of wedlock, or you're going to get a friend outside when you're not married. So that's not the rules make Islam make clear. Certain things in life, they say Islam is the way of life. It's how we practice it. Just like we make other things. Not because another tribe in London and the Western world, to the type of copy the rich man's side. They are rich man and I want us to get married, so let me get married and forget about the tradition. This tradition, we will forget that affects it. Just to give another example, like in India, having 3 years is now I live in India. The work culture is totally different from everywhere in the world. Here in India, a woman and they pay a price tag for a man. Imagine, this is a woman is pay a price tag for a man when I am going to be, especially the people. So in Hindu religion, they do what they call arranged marriage. Arranged marriage, two families come together, they look for woman and the husband, they arrange the children. So then they will do casting the marriage, and the marriage within the same caste, within the same religion. Now, when I say don't begin the copy Western life, now Muslims, Muslims they ever married a Christian or Hindu they married to Christian now. So
One second, sir. Would they get a call,
so
please? Sorry, Mr. Janet. Salon for All, Voice for All Network Television. Kindly identify yourself, please.
Yes. First of all, God bless you, Khadija. This is Mr. Sise from Canada.
I mean, and you as well. Welcome, Mr. Sise.
I want to greet me wonderful panelists, especially Mr. Sise Mohammed. God bless you, sir. Sometimes I can be very critical in certain things. That's why this show is called the Critical Thinking Talk Show. In the very first place, the panelists, so biased. We just get one woman as against all the man within the studio. That's one. We are not glad for. Number two, we man really support polygamy, for married, 2, 3, because of religion. Can I answer this question? In their own normal sense, can you satisfy 2, 3 women equally? It's not possible. If we want to use the religious aspect, that's what the religion say. That's what Islam say, we forget rights. But underneath the rights, they get responsibility too. Yeah, and not just say you get rights for marriage, but if you're able to satisfy the woman. So, no matter what one person will tell me, you cannot satisfy 2 different people equally at the same time. It is not possible. So, that make even the polygamous marriage system, what do they say at the end of the day? The wife and the for the king won't reflect them back because the man not able to satisfy them all. That's number one. Number two, with the support polygamy, which according to religion, yeah, is good. What if the woman then says, okay, well, we say they keep 2, 3, 4 men, they want to give them? They say, by will support their wife to do that. Not at all.
Okay, so let's come in real quick, sir. I go through and back to the panelists then, but you they talk on a Christian point of view, and I go make them come in. If you consider yourself as a Muslim woman, obviously you're not going to even get that thoughts for say you're open to the idea for married more than one man. So again, just like I cannot speak, like I can always say when I want to talk about anything with Christianity, I can caution myself because I don't know much when it comes to Christianity. Vice versa, I believe say Mr. Wankasu will be a better person for explain, and I think he has made it clear in terms of the expectation of the man them prior to making that second or third or fourth woman. So I don't know if you missed that part today, or maybe you go get for come back again and repeat time for now you go able for answer, and then also we get another check we get for come where you go explain that in terms of the woman. Then myself happen to be a woman here, regardless of the fact that I'm the host. And it was not a deliberate thing. The other day, it was the same thing where there was only one man when Mr. Lawrence with multiple women then at the platform. So of course you don't know what it will stand for. It has nothing to do with sexism. It wasn't a deliberate act. It was just the people that were available. I did interview. Invite another individual, but he not be able to come. So I know will make on that way. They'll not give the wrong impression out there. Like I said again, the other day we talk about relationship topic. We only had one man versus 3 women. So I just want to get unclear, Mr. Sise.
All right, good. You don't make that point clear, but I think you missed the point here. Yeah. Another look. This is a broad topic. With sister, I think Marie just give your personal experience, give your view. Yeah, and we say, because my personal experience that one they say one for share a man, which is very, very good for them, right? The better one for make we get now this. We know for use religion to subject woman them. Say, proper now this one because that's what religion say second or third or fourth wife.
So let me come back in. When it comes to religion, nobody, and again, the thing where the Western they give in terms of we religion, I believe say I go stand against that because not to every negative things them where we as Muslim women will get a lot of rights in the Quran. You understand? And when they propose that idea to you, if in the case of me, I get me choice for say yes or no. You understand? In regards to the woman, then I go make the landed check then talk about that. If you don't married, the man get the right, like how Mr. Janet say, from what I understand, it get the right for tell you. But for say you get permission from you, it's a different thing. So we don't make the rules, we just follow, just like the Bible is made to you guys as Christians. But you know they make the rules. It's either you follow it or you don't follow it. I will say I make it clear.
Yeah, so these are the points that are really keeping the boku even in polygamous marriage in Khadija. I'm looking at it in a broad perspective because Michelle talk at this law say you demand for them the position for satisfy you with, right? Or you with them. So if you not only financially will you look at this thing, because sometimes people want to look at financially, say if I'm financially enough, I can satisfy me with. We look at another points at which for able to meet the criteria for satisfying with. Like you rightly say, I don't see any sound say you consult you with, but I think so you will also get a role for play if you want to take a second or a third or a fourth wife.
Thank you, Mr. Sise.
Thank you. Because if you not get that role for play, you cannot get that regardless. Something will happen with immediate effect. The decision not begin playing at the man that polygamous play. Now make I want to come back to Marie points or Sister Marie. Say you see say competition they do, even at the end of the day the man die or whatever, you get serious conflict, which is very, very true, and we have lots of it in Sierra Leone. As a whole, where at the end of the day, the family pass the woman and they end up for take up the responsibility. So sometimes I agree.
Mr. Sise, you come from a polygamous family. Can you speak on that? You come from a polygamous home?
I'm not getting clear.
You come from a polygamous home?
Yes, I've experienced that.
Okay, so obviously, again, you will talk from a personal point of view. So kindly enlighten me. Please put your device in the background because it gets a re-echo. So kindly enlighten me with the challenges that you face. Obviously, the way you talk is obvious that you went through a lot of bad experience, hence the reason why you frown against it so strongly. So give me some of those negativities and what you experience what make you feel so strong or go out there against polygamy.
Good. You create unhealthy competition among the wealthy kingdom. That is very, very clear. Everybody wants to push young picking at the same time. And the only person who will be here above all names in the name of the man. The problem for control the situation is that waiting to happen, you don't bring serious conflicts in the family. Every woman there for push young picking, this one for talk push young picking, even if the man they come for make will or whatsoever. Everybody wants for young picking gain the lion's share. So you create unhealthy competition among human blood, human kingdom.
Okay, so wonderful. So make her bring the panelists them in, and then you go try for call back. Yeah. So it brings some salient points them where it say because of your own bitter experience with polygamy, it bring unnecessary tension in terms of competition with the man and the pikin and property, so on and so forth. So what do you think about that? And myself will bring me on point of view later in terms of some of where we own parents them born inside polygamy home, where me late grandpa been married 4 wives and about over 25 pikin them. So come back in, Mr. Wankasu, with what they say.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kola, Mr. Sise, my name.
Yes.
We think I gather from what it say. First of all, it talk about for satisfy the woman then equally. There's nowhere in the scriptures or in the tradition of Islam where they say you have to treat the women equally. When I really give me first submission, I mentioned that for say it is not about equal right or equal sort of treatment. You understand? You see, this is not the perception we get in the culture. When somebody say you get right for married 4, no means you have to marry 4. No means out of any reason where you get it for go married 4. Out of selfishness you go married 4. There are Islamic principles the way they set where you for follow. If you miss those principles then you go married, you don't miss the whole concept. married polygamy. But if you go there with the right reason and for the right reason, you will get them right. Not only for the man, for the woman as well. You see, if the woman they come into the marriage as a second wife, if you know the reason why they can't through that Islamic principles. Likewise, with the man they go for the woman for go marry now as a second wife, if the man for know the reason why they go for go marry the second wife, not out of selfishness. So all that selfish cultural or whatever things and the way people in they see, they take and say polygamy is bad and everything. Yes, people they turn them around for suit themselves. But when you follow the correct Islamic principles, it is so easy and so beautiful for see. When family then, when follow the correct Islamic principles, when they live together, when they mate them, when they raise them, I don't see a situation where they mix. A husband tell us say, I don't ready to this year I should okay go to Mecca. They say you go to this year to Mecca. The mate say I know they go to Mecca if me mates no come with me. They say I know they go. They say pass me mate if you buy ticket to me for go Mecca, you know they let me mate. The man they go back go drag for let the can make sure say he gets 2 tickets for the 2 wives to go Mecca together to come together. These are part of the beauty of this polygamy. And the beginning, you all will tell the difference. You see, because nobody knows to this time is step brother or this time is step mother. They say I'm a mama and I'm a brother and I'm a sister. You know they tell the difference. You know which woman born this, you know which woman born that bikini. This is the beauty of the thing, the whole thing. You see?
As a matter of fact,
they even refer to them bikini as the old bikini them. As even the old one said, the old one they talk say, go to your mama. They will pull the bikini inside your belly, baby. They grab the bikini come around them. So like, go to your mama. These are the beauty of Islam. You see,
so
when you say
Mr.
subjecting women,
for the one that, yeah, sorry, sir, I want you expand on that. But for the one that we be missed the very first video, these na Black American then where they live na the United States of America, where I believe say they not get nothing for do with Muslim religion. But I want share their own thought about polygamy because then they live that life. For the one that we missed the very first intro, then we come back again and then Mr. Wankasu finish your side it left off. And I thank you for enough.
Welcome back. All right, buckle up because this next topic is a doozy. Back in 2017, one of the most searched terms on Google was polyamory. If you've never heard of it, it's basically a relationship that includes more than just one romantic partner. At the same time, the wild thing is all partners involved know about each other and are damn cool with it. And here to share a little bit about their unique dynamic is Alex Porter, Shalon Porter, and Chantel Brown. Glad to have you here on The Factor Uncensored.
Thank you.
Alex, you're in the middle. So
yes,
tell me what's going on here with this trio.
Well, this is my wife, of course, and this is my girlfriend. And we are polyamory. We have a relationship that we all know about, continue. We actually have a family all together that we are developing. You know, we've been doing this for going on 3 years now. You know,
and so how long have you and your wife been married?
20 years. Going on to 21 this year.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you could, you'd marry her, but that's not legal right now, right?
That's not legal. That's why it makes it polyamory.
Right.
Now, polygamy is also a form of it, you know, where you have a man with 2 wives, and that is the goal, of course. You know, I want to have her married, and, you know, Utah just recently passed where they're decriminalizing polygamy.
Right.
You know, so everything is in the process. That is the goal overall to actually, yes, make us one big unit together.
Shalon, so what do you think about this? Who brought it to whom and said, let's do this?
I actually brought it to him and told him I would be willing to have another female in our relationship. And it was just based off of watching TV shows, actually. And I was like, you know, I would do something like that. The husband and wife brought in another woman, and I was like, I like that. They're a throuple. I would do that.
Now, are you all sexually active together, like you and you?
No.
Or just, okay, explain it to me then.
So, romantically, Alex and Chantel are together, and then me and Alex are married, and then me and Chantel, we're more platonic sisters.
Okay, got it.
So we run the household, we make sure everything is taken care of. If I can't get it, she gets it, and kind of in that order.
Okay. And so, how did you come into this relationship, and how were you open to it?
Well, it was not the best start. It was infidelity. Me and Alex, we did have a relationship outside of their marriage, and it basically happened like that. It fell into that. He brought it up, and of course, it wasn't in the way that it is brought up. It was, oh, well, you might be meeting her. Oh, well, and I'm like, okay, well, who am I not to want to meet a woman that it's been rocky. I've been with her husband. So we sat down, we met. We did not initially.
You had to have some anger in the beginning, though, right?
Like at any point in time you find out your spouse is cheating on you. I went through all my emotional roller coaster, but once I realized that him and her had built a connection and that they were still speaking to each other, I was like, well, I want to meet the person who you have brought into our relationship, you know, me unknowing, but I'm still willing to get to know her because I know it's not her fault that he wasn't honest with the both of us at the beginning. Mm-hmm. But I was willing to, you know, open up my home and meet her.
And so now you're expecting, right?
Yes,
okay.
I am pregnant.
And so how are? I guess you're all right.
Yeah. That was something that we spoke about when she first came into the relationship. Mm-hmm. I told her, I was like, she didn't have any kids. I have 2 kids. Mm-hmm. And I told her if she was going to be a part of our family, I wouldn't want to take that ability away from her. I think every woman deserves the right to be a mom. I want you to be able to feel that. I want you to be able to be at your fullest potential of being a woman. And that is the most beautiful thing about being a woman, is having a child.
And when people think about a relationship like this, we think everybody's in the same bed. Do you have a separate room, or do you all sleep together in the same bed? How does that work?
We're all in the same bed.
Really?
Yeah, it is hot in the middle. I'm going to say that. I bought 2 separate blankets. I can bust it open and just be like, I can't do this. No, but we do sleep in the same bed. Now, there are those, because a lot of people, when they think polyamory, they think of this, you know, 1 man, 2 females. But polyamory breaks into so many things. Like I said, it also falls into polygamy, which is 2 things of polygyny, where it's a man with 2 wives, or multiple wives, let me say it like that. And then there's also polyandry, where it's a woman with multiple husbands. Now, when you go back to polyamory, the dynamics open up so far to where there could be 4 people in the relationship, 2 males, 2 females. It could go into a solo poly, to where you have multiple relationships, and it's all about having consent, open things. And we do have a big community here in Houston at the moment.
We're going to talk about that when we come back. Terribly interesting conversation. We're going to continue. We got to continue this. We'll be back.
You're watching The Isaiah Factor Uncensored.
I'm back with the Porter family, and they're opening our eyes to the world of polyamory. They've also brought their kids on. Now, polyamory is a non-monogamous relationship made up of multiple people. We have them here on the Factor Uncensored. The kids are here. So when Chantel first came into the family, and you guys are older kids, what did you think about that? That your dad brought another woman home and your mom accepted it?
Well, at first I was kind of like, who is this lady? Like, what's the relationship going on here? Because it really wasn't discussed between me and my brother. She just, like, appeared in our house one day, and I was like, who is she? Right? I was like, who is this lady? Right?
It was kind of different. It was like being in the house with a stranger, because it's someone you never really met before, you've never seen before. It was the first time meeting them.
Mm-hmm. And now she's treating you like a son, saying, wipe your face before the camera comes out. Does it feel like a mom? Does it feel like a relative, an aunt? What does she feel like to you guys?
To me, she feels like another mother, basically, because she does take the step and the initiative that, say my mom can't give me money or something like that, Chantel's there for that. She's fully there. I don't know how to really explain it, but she is there. She takes the mother role on.
And what about if your classmates at school ask you what the hell is going on at your house? Do you even share that? Do you even get that question from any of your classmates?
Yeah, I get that question sometimes. And sometimes it'd be hard to explain, because like I'll try to describe it to them, but they won't fully understand.
And what about you?
Oh, when I would explain it, the girls would be like, oh, that's cool, and the guys would love it. They'll keep asking questions. I was like, do they sleep together? What goes on? Like, what do they do?
What do I put in the application? So to hear them say, you feel like a mother to them.
Oh, that's amazing because I don't have kids right now. So that was one thing that I worried about, just coming in because I put myself in their shoes. So just coming in and being a person that did not have them, did not raise them, was not around them through their upbringing, I wanted to know how they accepted me. So just hearing that they accepted me as their own that's amazing. That's a great feeling because I took them in as my own. So.
And of course, for the viewers who are just joining us once again, they were married 20 years. Then you came in 3 years later. You've been here 3 years now. And there's got to be some negativity you have to deal with this out in the community. People have had to say something because you know how people are.
You do take a little bit of negativity, you know, because it is something a lot of people say, we can't do that. I can't believe you're doing that. That's just, stupid. You know, y'all stupid, y'all nasty. It's just, me. You know, it's so much. Couldn't be me. You do get that out there in the community.
You get berated, you get belittled, you get called every name in the book that you could possibly think of that other than your God-given name.
And so how do you deal with that?
Because we have a great support system. Like the community right now, it is growing.
Either one of you, any of you left in tears when you first started this situation from negativity?
Oh yeah,
people?
many and plenty of times.
Tell me about that.
Like when I would speak to coworkers or just speaking to my family in general, and they would tell me how I was just settling and that I wasn't living to my fullest potential. I should be with someone who should only love me and be with me, and that I wasn't being valued in my relationship. Of course, that hurt my feelings. It made me feel like, wait a minute, am I looking at myself as a lesser person? But then once I came back and I spoke to them about the situation and telling them what other people were telling me, I realized Chantel had as much love for me as she had for him.
And really quick, we're out of time. There is a group you guys are part of. Where can we find out about that group really quick? Black_Poly_Nation. We are a big community. They do got a big event coming down in May. It's going to be a 3-day fest. You know, so everybody that is polyamorous is coming to Houston. Actually enjoy the city, enjoy each other, actually learn. We have workshops. Tickets are on there. Contact them. And, you know, it is something to come out and enjoy and actually learn about. All right. Thank you all for joining us and for sharing your story. Welcome back. All right, buckle up because this next topic is a doozy. Back in 2017, one of the most searched terms on Google was...
Welcome back, guys, and I thank you for your patience. So basically, I'm going to share that day for get other perception, them point of view of people, the way they actually live their life, where not necessarily they practice the Muslim religion. To each his own. And when it comes to Christianity, I can't speak much on it. When it comes to Islam, I'm not gonna say I know everything, but at the same time, I not go speak with authority when it comes to the Christianity. And so vice versa, I believe, say anyone where they the opposite in terms of religion, like how Mr. Lawrence say, it's not much you can say where you know really live it, or you know basically how you call I'm not a part of your religion. Just like how me know, like I say, I'm not gonna talk much about the Bible. I go sit down and try for learn about it. And again, it's to each his own. Again, we all go learn to a common understanding. It not make you right about how you feel, and it not make me wrong, or it not make Islam woman them bad, or whatever the case may be. Mr. Wankasu, come back in, sir. Usai left, and sorry for the interruption.
I just make something clear. Marriage is something we know is a sacred thing for every human being. Institution we highly regarded in both religion, Christian and Islam. So when an individual they take that decision, they will say, I go married. They definitely very, very serious about it. They will follow the principles, the guidelines that we set according to the religion. So the minute when you get it wrong, from the onset you don't get it wrong all the way. And you get to realize, so see, you get a purpose in life you can have this world, then give you a responsibility. Immediately when you get married, you don't get a responsibility. That responsibility, if you don't carry on out, you fail. You see, when people like in the call people in the come on TV or people that they are different parts of the world and they say certain things, then you know because they're not able to grasp the real concept of marriage. Marriage not a selfish thing, not a thing out of selfishness for say, I don't see that fine baby there, I don't see that baby there, and then I forget I want her. You go young that baby there, you guys say, oh, decide for marriage, you have a because you see the beauty of the baby. Now that you don't get yourself attracted to, you forget the concept, the principles of it, they guide you towards that. So if somebody comes to me and tell me, say, we subject woman to this and that, you know, I can just laugh because it don't make sense. Because in Islam, the law ever tell you, say, they will subject woman any kind of way. Woman get rights for saying yes, they get right for saying no. They did not get right for tell and say, you get for married to that Monday. In Islam. The minute when that woman the imam or the daddy ask him, this man can say he wants you for marriage, you want him, if the woman they say no, the imam for 4 years, he pack him all the commodity. The daddy say for tell the man say, but he go, if the king say no want you. So then they ask the woman, and the woman for say yes, and everybody for yeah, when the woman they say yes. If you happily say that. So these are the things, nobody need to subject the woman to anything when it comes to marriage. But one of the areas the way we miss. You know, the second one about creating competition. If you're a selfish person, now your bias system as an individual. If you're selfish, you're selfish. You understand? Even though we two couples are the same balance, like in fact for one thing. So that alone now, you know, makes them and stuff like that. It's this natural inside human being there. But if you understand the principles that bring you together as a wife or as a husband, you dey follow the principles and then you know they ever get any problem with anybody. You see? So we are not going to look at the bigger picture also when it comes to marriage. Because now a sacred institution where you know just the couple you still say, okay, well, you know, for this reason also I don't see that fine woman, you go marry, so we can go marry that because you want see me. You know, when you want to see human on earth, you need the woman will not reject you. All of these things are things that will guidance and then give you. But if they happen in some no culture there. Today if you want to talk to you, they need to talk to you. When they for going to this bed, you almost stop her, they will stop her. So these are the things that you have to look at and see say we are not even following what we're supposed to follow within the religion tell. You see? So we are just debating out of selfish interest, out of your own experiences, them, out of preparing their own them. Preparing them not be knowledgeable to understand the concept of marriage or polygamy. They're not be knowledgeable to that extent. So maybe they misuse and abuse the concept of polygamy. When you follow the correct concept of polygamy, it is so beautiful. You never see any problem with them. It is some family and societal problem. So, you know, let me just think about in that perspective. They don't look at them as something very, very serious, not out of selfish interest. You know, they create competition. Competition with and somebody like create for yourself. Because the religion will tell you, say, you know, when you want something, you have to have it. Yes, you want something, ask for it. Ask God Almighty for it. If you get them, okay. If your husband don't get them because your husband get them from somebody, you don't get them from your husband. So you perplex and get problem with your husband because of that, because he married you. You know, look at the husband capacity. Look at what the husband can afford. See, all of it. If you make common house with that travel and go Africa, I suppose we will take 6 months. Just to come more than in India, so right now it is spending 3 years or something like that. If you left in Western Africa, in West where this man has to go for time tomorrow, I want to meet the man that China and everyone. You go work for everyone who commits or some kind of adultery. Because these are the things that they say when you commit adultery, now very serious sin. You understand? So if you love your man, you man they come out from you, they go from your friend fortune, now another land. You know, say when you man did, you know, we man they get a goat. Who don't go to certain side, you don't take 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. You begin to get them goats for woman. So if you can't find yourself in a vulnerable situation, the best thing for you, find a woman where you marry, where you do it for that 6 months or 1 week, where you did it. In order for you to not commit that sin where God no one for it commit. And you say the wife, if you love the woman, the husband, you will talk, say, okay, make him allow the husband make it one. When we die tomorrow, I don't go see myself in our China. Not go see me when your husband they go they go born and hell, me see on China because I be selfish and not want my husband man to another woman. These are all the things you have to look at when you go into marriage. They say for better, for worse. You see, situation can change. People in the travel from all over the world. You see, for go train fortune. That situation with your back, courage they get. That's concept where they get you. They think what in bringing account together and follow the principles and allow your husband for let get that easy for let you for release that urge we gets.
Yes, sir.
You see?
We'll
So
get
that's
another
somebody
pause.
for now.
Thank you, sir. Salon for All, Voice for All Network Television. Kindly identify yourself, please.
Yes, Miss Khadija. Good afternoon. This is Mohammed Sisiri called from Maryland.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Sise. Welcome, sir.
Yes, ma. I just want buttress from like what's in this last speaker they talk. I mean,
because the topic, people deviate from the topic. The topic now polygamy versus cheating.
Correct.
You know,
I want to bring the cheating
like
part
what
before we call. Yeah, go ahead.
Polygamous family, it gets in disadvantage, you get advantage. It gets a lot of advantage if it practice like the way we God prescribe under the Quran. Now, for me, a polygamist man, a mutual consent with the people that are involved. You know, not to way the force, like what you guys say, you're not to force anybody or you're not to coerce anybody for being to any relation, anything we say is feasible for them, it work for them. Like what you guys can say. In America, where they are, but people can say, no, me na one man, one this, that. But if you found out that man is a cheater, even when the woman can know say this man they cheat on me, you know, they just want to get outside to say no more than this woman. But he prefer for you man cheat out of your marriage, out of you the religiously like what you guys in a divine institution we got prescribed for any man and woman. You know. So it gets different when people interpret and just like the video watch. People no mutual consent between people, between a man and a woman. You don't get for be opposed. If you know say you get a woman who married and you come up with an issue, say I want to get another wife, because the thing anyway, what if the woman not even born and you don't picking? Instead of you divorce the woman, you go on for divorce the woman because the woman not get picking for you. If you can reach wife when I talk, when I get a mutual consent, when I get another, it will allow you for you get another. Which naturally, religiously, it's okay. Not to you like sin or anything. You can get another wife when I get picking, there will be a family, not just a mutual consent. In other way, it's dangerous. Like when me other colleague from Canada we talk, Mr. Mohammed, polygamy, myself I don't live in a polygamous home. It gets a very devastating effect if you know correctly handle if you not get a mutual consent and not get understanding. There must be love, you know, una for see una say first one. If you don't know the polygamy don't cause a lot of trouble in Africa. We don't see other brother the faiths and co-wives there, get a lot of devastation. We don't live to death, you know, most boku craziness don't happen. But you know, it is about other family. Even the mates, the other picking and they see that messy as the mama, then they get secret with that other messy, pass the your mama self, they confine into that mama, they pass the your mama. So it depends how they practice them. You see people they say, oh, they mean a man that you see the man get past 15 baby mama there all over the place. You know, but just in the name say now one woman. Like what this guy would say, the world now a global village, people they travel out to go find greener pasture. What if you travel, you have the other country, you there, instead of you chilling on that, the Canada man can cause boku trouble. Especially the African society itself. You see someone in Africa, in Canada, they come talk with my life and I know married, this, that, me, and single, but just only getting away. At the end, when the woman not involved, the woman get here from say, oh, this man be get away from, this man be get picking, this, that. Instead of you come out plain, explain yourself to the woman, like put the video, if there's any mutual, okay. First it can be difficult, but something in the way you get a second thought, you can say, okay, this is yes. I mean, I can get a mutual understanding. So me and I no more because I don't see that they common. We go to New York, they full apart with the common guinea. So man get 2-3 of them inside house. Don't even care safe. Not just a mutual consent. So na no little contribution and no more I get.
Thank you, Mr. Mohammed. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So I want to basically introduce the cheating part of it. Then I want to bring, I think, say we check don't come as well. My own point of view about polygamy. Me just a volunteer for give me own opinion. I can look and say not only the one way maybe the husband don't die or whatever the case may be. There are many reasons why some of we can put into consideration or consider it. And would they say this with humility? Not of us say man then can lost power. Man then go come, like how they can say you will give the right impression. You say, oh, X, Y, and Z, this and that. Like for me, from when I young, I always don't say me first man, I ain't go be I go marry, they go be me first man, we go know me at the wall. Now they are go born me picking them and still dead doors apart. That's have been the look at life. But one, the two God answer for me, being that he was my first man, he married me, and now they are born me two picking them. So that's the end of that. I don't born me first and me last speaking day. And then at some point again, like we'll do the show the other day, you say no, because of religion, now you give love another chance, relationship for this halal relationship, another chance. You give that again where the person give you the impression, say, it come in for love, for true, for sincere reason, but yet again you come back again, you get a failed marriage. So having said that, you look at it again on another angle. A person go cancel, you say is single, now you want it to come married for the rest of your life. But then when you can't, you are miserable. That person go gets 10,000 girlfriend, they mess around, this and that. I strongly have this strong dislike for somebody where they cheat, because one, you don't go against a lying wish. You not allow, like how they can say something, they all in the way they go do, they bring bad luck to the family, to the home. So as a result, seeing what for making that we go before and it be. So before me find myself in a situation where me na so-called only one wife, I rather they under that man where it be say, I am the second wife, I am the third, or whatever the case may be. I get peace of mind, I get respect, it follow the teaching of Islam. We are not, if we say they look for perfect relationship, it's a lie. But if me get that one where they come, like the multiple or 100 proposal where they come na me way, I say I take one of them because it's single, but then I go end up back with heartache and pain. Now God push that man they far away from me. So that's not my own perception. And I cannot say that I'm Muslim and I not accept the entirety of what Muslim bring. And this is not because I'm single. This nothing again, even when I experienced the second downfall. And let me get this clear so we Muslim brothers then for now make it clear. And even that man when they proposed to me, because some of the concerns the way not address some of the concerns the way Miss Marie said, which is true for some of the way they don't see certain things, that we don't go through polygamy marriage. If God say me future man, now the man where it be say he married, the first thing when you come, you come for can ask me in terms of marriage. Are they make it clear to you say if you hurt that woman at us, now me you don't hurt. You understand? Me go get clean heart to that woman day. And the other concern what I can get similarly to that of Miss Marie. So woman maybe then they play with juju. That's not the other concern. Like where it say so woman they get many gods. You understand? So I believe saying that it be they refer to like then juju business. You understand? But at the end of the day, if me not get bad heart for you, me on juju now for esan to God, and me not go run after that man. I bring all that concern there. I put you into consideration. You understand? I not come for camp well, your marriage or whatever the case may be. I just to give a scenario here. You understand? I put you into consideration. I make an emphasis say if that man hurt you or he even upset you, you don't upset me. Me no say me heart's clean for you. Me not go na juju for you. You try any bad intention for me, God not go make that succeed. So me na me look on that. Before me get to that single man where they come back again say, I they come marry married you, Khadija, then you can't give me headache again. I rather put that other one into consideration. One, no say one, we're compatible, we're soulmates, he understand me, we get good rapport, we respect each other, so on and so forth. And you, again, the one that we can make strong, say stiff, and that this, I'm speaking from experience. You can then at that home day, then see this, say even the first man will know you as woman na the dunya. It just get that urge for go, how you call them, taste different, or whatever the case may be. So before you bring that bad luck day, and of course, like I say, I dey strongly against cheating. You understand? If even you feel say you want to get a second person, talk to me to respect, bring am to me now, we talk then tinende. But I believe say so the reason why some women can tawa, and even so women, no matter who's can respect them give them, they're not going for agree anyway. You understand? So again, now that na me take on this. If before you come say me na you one. You can't put me no more in that bubble. You dey maltreat me, this and that. You dey sleep around. You go out. You come odd hours. I come and ask you na problem for me, na ala na fet, na this. No. Let God push that kind of single man away from me. If God say that we married, it they give me peace of mind. And I think the other concern in Africa, they are stuck in one home. Then get for they together, you understand? Where in them part of the world, you they X, Y, and Z. And like you always say, that one way it be say, he wants the man pass me, give him 5 days, me they just get 2 days. Where you can Friday, go back Sunday. Then with that woman, they say Sunday back you come. So Miss Marie, come in. I want you tell me this. I want to hear your voice. If you don't know, say you there in a situation where your husband, God forbid, right? You know, say, babe, they cheat. In the example, like what you say, capital 1, they call capital 2, capital. You understand? Would you condole that man and continue for encourage and let it cheat, knowing that if they go against the teaching of Islam and what Allah hates? In the example of what Mr. Wan Kansu say, would you tolerate her and you give a blind eye, knowing the obvious? So woman can say, babe, I don't get a friend where they say, I don't care if you go cheat, if you like it gets sick today, then go men we even AIDS now, right now, then get with yourself. All then sin and day, you understand? Would you rather sit down with that man there, or you rather sit down with a man where it be say, that man there, elect now with two, now break for yourself. When you go 3 days, the other I can't 2 days, now less headache. You understand? So give me your take on that before I bring the other gentleman back in.
Today you just asked me critical questions. like what did they say?
Yeah.
It's true. Go and check upstairs for your sister. Yeah. Like what did they say? Before you get man where they cheat.
Yes.
Like they change different women there. But said that I get mates, women to go share you.
Bless you.
But the other side again, you see some man again, you get 3-4 women in a house. You still get inside chicken back.
Yes, so that Monday now.
In the
not done anyway. Yeah.
One law becoming a Muslim, they say before the man goes sleep around, he go cheat, they marry the king and kind of post.
Yes.
Before me man, because the what they say is true. Before I get man way, I say I mean one day, then I get stress, I go through hell every day. Mary go call sign, and you know say like what they say. Someone can say, I know say me man they cheat, but I go let him go. I let it do. I let that woman talk and sometimes you don't try, you don't talk. So he said don't tire now. As I be we African woman there. Oh, I know one for the change man there. Oh. I don't get this. Now no can left again and say I go married to this, I go married to that. Especially if we say Leonian. No. So not because relationship sweet, not everything bright and beautiful, but because of we get that perception like I know one for change. Oh, I don't want the 3-4 picky. But good thing and they go on. And some of the man they don't go out now. What they can, what they don't go do, then do. If you know how they drink and they drink it, go fine. Let no say we can like you know get help now. Like you know what they do because already do exhaust himself properly. So you say like drink what go now just follow and you not sleep. So when they come, enjoy the carry down. Or let not disturb and say wait church they pretend like you don't even know what they do. So before I get man, when you go sleep around, like what they say, if you make the car, it sure say you make that arrangement they say now two no more.
Yeah.
Me I go agree, I go dey be ali don me 3 days or 4 days.
Miss Marina, less stress for you. Now long life for you. Like I said, me on
Yes.
position, go ahead and take 5 days. 2 days is good enough because I want to get that quality time. I don't want headache. I just want peace of mind. I want to be my best friend. We able to sit down and talk about productive things. Not to hala hala. You they get me? It's not that I'm telling you the proposal they come, but given the obvious, because if me don't say from why young, I say this dunya, waiting me once, me first man, na it be say na me last. Now they I go born me picking, I go spend the rest of my life. If it not be that way, I know what I went through. You understand me? I give it another chance. You know, so it's not about saying, oh, come, you go get the proposal, but get that person where get God in them, we understand the religion, we God fearing. You understand? And like I say, meaning they can't anybody in life will say it should not be a competition. You understand? With that other woman, you where they can't to you for respect that other woman, and you don't forget bad hearts for that other person. You understand? So if you get good hearts for the person mean bad or whatever, but you can understand back again. Nobody not go say, okay, you don't use your personal space. Now you get for share that space thing. You they get me? So it's all about maturity and understanding, you know? Yeah, Sheikh. Welcome, sir.
So I want to say something.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, like the other side where they say, like what you say, we were then I have to get mates. Like me, I dey work with my Guinean people and like we alone and Maningo there. I understand say they get mates in America.
A lot.
Confused. But like one day Western, the other one the Eastern. But like Africa, that's the way churches do. If people get 3-4 women, they all inside the same house.
It's too much.
And
yeah.
Some man know they say among the 3 women and the 2 or 4, you must get the one way you left. And when you come now, that one day they give attention more. And when the woman knows say they like me among me company there, now then they make style and they bluff. Like as I be one person be, you get in 3 women there. But at the second one I left. So when you know say man like away man they off now, the first side go high. So when the man can let you see the 2 women, they know what you they stress for that other one way you must see the beginning. So the other woman in the vex. But if everybody then in your house, in your compound, nobody they see in company. When you own date reach, now you get that man and everything, the man you now know what you now the first on the house. And the other one. So Africa, then they do and say they need for show that understanding. Everybody they know different place they would do.
I agree. And Miss Marie, like how would they say in the place of Philadelphia, New York, Maryland, you understand? And they practice that. Of course, you're not gonna say they all go married like that. The paper way, buddy. You okay? Check your device, check the volume. I've been here for put on down. Okay. So like how they say, places like New York, Philadelphia, Maryland, different places where Sierra Leoneans them bing like how Mr. Sise say, whether it's not Fula them or the Madingo or different culture then they practice even a Black American where I understand, you know, but in their own case now they all two they live in the same place. You understand? Because he accepts Islam. So I don't want anybody judge me religion, you understand? And at the end of the day, it's my choice. Like I say, the proposal didn't come, but if me decide, say, because of that experience, I decide for go ahead and be that second wife or whatever the case may be, it not mean say me future man or whoever it is, they take advantage of me or that's a disadvantage because of me religion. You get me, eh? I think you get distraction. Okay. So I want to Osher come in. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So I tell Una thank you for the discussion.
Yes, sir.
Actually, let God bless Una because all the and they will need for share ideas. Some people then feel see the issue of polygamy not only Islam. Polygamy been there from time memorial. If you look Abraham, Solomon, all the other important prophets, they married more than one. So the Islam just can't shape the system because they've been meet this issue of concubine. It been there before Islam. They sell women them as slaves. So as you know, the Islam now come and it come right away, it rectify all things them together. It goes step by step. Even when the Islam approve polygamy to a certain limit of women, still the concubine being there among, like these slaves where you buy, until a matter of time they eliminate the slavery, because nobody not supposed to be slave to anybody. So now so the Islam structure the thing. It come to a point, a limit time to at least whatever situation for before. So and this four, you look Surah to Nisa, the third or the fourth chapter in the Quran, it explains everything about family. If you are a Muslim, you get a chance for learn, you look Surah to Nisa, and now the only Quran bring a surah with the name Surah of women, that they call the Surah to Nisa. You know that's the surah that they give all rights to women, will not ever happen now the world on now the other scripture. That's why in times of marriage, in times of marriage, then the Quran say, if you get chance, masna, thulatha, waruba. They start from 2. But there are conditions. Not something where it be to say what the Quran make unlawful. So every Muslim, he get the ability for married 2, 3, 4. No. You got to be physically fit, financially, and morally fit. Because they know say, one heart now you get. And this one heart, not be able like something as the same. Because God talk even at the Quran, he said, لو أردتم أن تعدلوا فلا تدلوا فإن تدلوا لا تدلوا كل ميلا. Sorry today I'm not able to give a specific quotation because I've done ready for research for these things, but I got a lot of things going from yesterday to today. Even I joined the program late. God tell me, say, even you try hard for make it be that the justice we don't want you for, you not be able. He said, but if you depend that you need the moral conduct. But if you depend between the 2 wives, no be totally then. As they see some people them, and you can only keep that one day when you get a moral conduct. You get the fairness of Allah. They must say because the reason why some women they very romantic between the 2 men. So the one who romantic with you, with the other one in the wage pass you, now in the go to wars, now in the always stay some. When you go inside room, you not go able to share a fair play, because down in the find just like we would in our workplace. Some man they try for please the boss, for make it be lovely. Some man say I don't care. So, but if you meet a man with a moral conduct, what you do inside room is okay. We nobody no. But what you do outside, where they need God fearing, if you buy cup to that house, buy cup to the other house. So the other thing where God approve polygamy, most of man them strong, them physically, sexually physical. So man can sleep with a woman every day he wants a quota. So now so we did. So definitely so woman not able that all the time. And the thing where they bring misunderstanding at the family, when the man don't desperate, he asks the woman, he say no. It's like we do clean, you drunk, you do work at drowsy, and every man we a man really talk through. This is the right. Then the other thing, Women then, God always can occupy them. Then they get their monthly menstruation or some way pregnant, it reach a certain level, you don't need the man again. As I say, different step. And I say man, not tell we na the Quran, using linansu, hubusha awatumina nisa. He overcome men on a love of women. Man so attracted to women. So if that thing and they be all the holidays they are then day to the woman, then interval there, before you go cause trouble, because this God plan for let it maintain, because people they used to get a concubine, sleep with that one day, they want let the picking get a location, identification, we say this na me, but whether na poor family or rich family, let you know see na this part are common. If they use woman as concubine, you pass and left the lady. You go left that trouble to the woman. And that's the stop another man for one time. And you go to her and they don't know you. Now part of this other thing God look to for let you qualify, for let you take another wife, for you to accommodate them. At least you not go say because some man is a woman, he want this. But I think at least at the average for Chok now house in those days, people do not get more facilities. Now the level, but today, alhamdulillah, God they bring more opportunity. Like if not this Western world, then you dey go and make down payment to this wife. When you get another wife, you make another down payment. Then they know say now you take a responsibility. You not the man, you carry the responsibility. Whatever today the world offer we, now it offer. Because God tell me waksuhunna feed them and clothe them and accommodate them in the good way as your level. Now we have responsibility. So if I told you they get a little for support, if the woman say you down with sincerity, alhamdulillah. So this, like what we sister they say, someone he say I don't want lage mate. And any side we go today, if you look to the point of men, you must get whether one way or the other. So what's the point now for let we all come together, we work as a team, rather than you go under and man for the moment when you don't lack and you get opportunity, some man they try to put all in effort to that elect. So if that man don't get that moral conduct for check list himself say, oh, this thing what they do, I don't do too much, because they only responsible. Always for the get that fairness, they check the list you. So this way, you look today, what thing they happen. We don't get the number of women compounded in the world. Because of war, they kill more men than women. And the prison conduct, they imprison more men than women. You look at the child mortality, the woman they survive than men in the young age. If they born 10 boys and 10 women, the ratio of the possibility for let all the 10 women survive, but it's not possible for let the 10 boys survive into the adult age. So for all these purpose, God creates the world. You know why? The only country today, and in those days, people that get this family fantasy, then they kill girl picking, they see them as a bad people. When you born woman and family in a disgrace, people they kill them girl picking. Even today in India, they don't abolish that, but it happen at the remote place. That's why the whole world, India gets less number of women than any other part of the world. Because up to today, if they don't say this woman get belly na girl, they get medicine who then they give whether abortion or then they look at medicine, what then they do? They put that picking for let not survive. If I told them born them, then get old and they drum, then kill them in the early age.
So sad.
So, but beside that, the whole world gets more women. Imagine one man and one woman. Beside the other, one day they get man. And it to maintain your respect. Today you don't come and you marry those, you still don't get the same status with the other one where you get. They will not share. Which one better? We it be to say that one day, and in those days, advantages then they to the woman. If they not say this not get somebody who responsible for them, somebody they can rape you and go. They not take anything big. But if they not say you their husband, I let the husband be na America, they regard you as a married woman because they see man go they come. And even now the moral conduct we try more for shy away from that. Some people when they talk about a family, some man now wicked they wicked. So you know look because of the wicked people, even to the Christian people. There is a lot of people that were wicked as other Muslims where they think. Some people then they bring women at their house for just enslave them. And when they born them, picking them, they know they take care of the picking them. But if you take care of your family, you try for show interest. Or like even the picking, you regard you are with they like more, but you know go hate the other one them in that manner to say you know they take care of her. So everything we can do, you do it for a purpose. And anything we will change from the desire of God to we will get the penalty. And it therefore suffer we back as a nation. Look, today, people don't fight for marriage because of certain powers, the way they don't give to women, and women then back they exercise that. Some man will still enter to marry a pulley head. You know, they ever married again. But it is give this service to woman. They are what? Why you not get woman one or two way they render service or if they die. So single woman there. Today woman they hard working. You get house. But sometimes from repair, you need for let you get man today when they say, oh, let move this or let fix this. Let man know don't become a material to woman. You know, do anyhow man be you get responsibility when you take when the woman they happy. If you don't get money, take some certain physical work in the house. Like in the winter, when they at the high court, they meet some even the one they get one wife, you meet the woman and they do the lawn the more. Now in the play as snow, what do they do as a man? Like a very physical thing they do. If you woman say no honey, la can do am. Or the time reach, honey, I can't touch the grass. Or some repair do, you save some money in the house. I think say you don't show a man responsibility what every woman wants. So if we would talk as I say, there's a lot of quotation in the Quran. What I say, I won't bring any point for like if you are Muslim or you are non-Muslim, let you take a look of that. But if at all for today I will identify Surah An-Nisa, chapter 4 and the Quran, the chapter of women. And we got a chapter for show how God respect woman. No man no they will get no surah na the Quran says surah men. But we get a chapter women. They will get Surah Maryam, chapter of Mary, with the name of Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ. Take a look that as a Christian, you know how the Quran perfect. The Quran is perfect. The religion, all religion perfect. The people are not perfect. So if you want to know any dignity of any religion, read the scripture. Mostly we in the Quran, all walks of life, everything in the life, it is in the Quran. So even how for share, now the Quran only, now the world, now the book we mention woman for heritage. Because in those days, even the Bible, in those days, there's nothing say the woman gets a right for this. Maybe they take women the way the parents die, the woman they don't get nothing. So if the woman they get from parent way die, he get where a husband die, he get a portion. And they share them in a way where you get children or where you not get children in a different way, how them formulate them. They know when you not get children, you get higher. When you get children, you get lower because these children, any portion we them get, and if the daddy die, you get share from the one and the unless the one they will not care. And if they not care, they just do that on their own. Because the Quran tell we وَقَدَّ رَبُّكَ أَنْ لَا تَعْبُدُ إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. God don't put a law for no worship, no creation except him. And after that you parents let take care of them. Then the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one man can ask them. He said, if I give me two parents, I just get one thing for give one of them would have for give. He say your mama. He say what I get back. He say your mama. He say what I get back. He say your mama. He demand out. He say yes. If I get a number 4, then say you papa. Demand out. He say ya Rasulullah. How it be the mama they get 3 or 4 and 3 times until 4 I give me daddy. And I know say they say the born it dey more likely they to be the right of the more they to the daddy. He say why? He say no, the understroke will go, the mommy go. We try the back home where some woman get belly. Now the toilet is left for the near. It is smell the toilet shit very good. Some woman they eat dirty. And when they stay for come to them at the wall, the woman they lost part of a life. So woman they don't get a complete disability through delivery. And when it gets you, na even heart is born. We say, hey, like the mommy they go cut the heart. Man they give up picking, but woman only give up until they die. So you know all that one day. So if you don't get 2, 3 picking with that man, now rich man he die. The picking they get the share, all get share. You then give a little bit. Trust me, them picking then they any one of them you must get 10 or 15%. If you check by then you don't get half of the wealth. And then they continue for take care of you with what you then get, who they defend by themselves. So we just ignorant because we no one look into religion, then we always judge where we not get approved. Like me, one not able read Bible to understanding. Sometimes I can listen to Bible preaching, then I they go YouTube. The only different way the Muslim they get with the Bible, they not get one Bible, they get so many Bible. We agree with this, we oppose this, we get more books than that one day. Some are the same, they're not identical, but they not get the same information. That would they find difficult. But we can read Bible, they listen to the Bible, the scripture is good. But the people, anything you see somebody do stupid, now the mortal man. Some man can use the Bible, misuse people. Some man can use Quran, misuse people. That's not the way it's supposed to go. So now me respond this. I thank all the other panelists, although I listen some, but some of them I not listen to them. Mr. Sisi and meet up with the oppose bitterly polygamy. Within Canada, but according to experience, for not blame the religion, blame the people.
Well stated. Thank you. Mr. Wankasu, come in. Go ahead.
I can see like time to
Okay, I mean, if you say you want coming. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Lawrence, coming, sir. Coming. I know say you don't wait patiently. Miss Maria, they get back to you soon, yeah? Yeah, yeah. Come on, Mr. Lawrence, come on, and then I'll bring Mr. Janin.
I don't see Mr. Lawrence the last meeting today.
Yes, yes. So what's
what I say is, what I say is, I always respect people like religion. I always respect people in culture. I always respect people in tradition. I always respect people in culture. Because I'm there. But can you see, Mr. Wakasu, as I tell you, from every perspective, you look at it, if you follow the religion, conflicts not would do that much. Because you, the woman, the second word for no say, or anybody who can into the family sector for no say. Go look at we Christian back in, we get the Christian religion. That's supposed to be one with one with also. But then you get two people in back with a Mr. Farm, which is a lot picking. Me, I'm not ashamed for talking say me outside picking. No more conflict. To the point where Papa left from you said that the facts as if they're idiots there. They call me foster picking. That's serious. That's what I'm there. But all that time we're talking about, we're talking about like what? A state institution we don't do. They don't look at all the conflicts that we did. I mean, they don't put an institution to let people that stop for the cancer culture. Then they put waiting. Law and deal with it. A possible of interstate. Waiting they happen. If a polygamous man, the law deal with the take that effect. As if you don't want to follow the law, but the law the day. Follow the law, conflicts not day. Absolutely.
Mr. Lawrence.
Me, Papa. Yes, sorry.
Yes, sorry, sir. So the one thing why I forget to mention, a religion where na Mormon then self I think na obviously the Bible then they believe in, but then gets a little bit of different as that of Christianity and Catholic. Then self they do the same thing here in America. You get places them where the Mormon then leave, maybe they get 4, 5, 6 wives, then they get they all one home with the picking them. I don't know if you don't hear about them, but when we don't Google the Mormons them, then they live this similarly to that of Islam, but that's what they believe. You get me? And they're not Muslim. They're not Muslim.
But then I cannot say another conflicting view now. The other conflicting view is that kind of to trouble. I still respect the religion.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. But Europe and America not respect that religion. So you see, I'm outside that woman and the conflict.
Outside the Mormon,
right?
The Mormon.
No. Like the Muslim religion, like in England or Europe, not respect multi-traditional religion.
Yeah.
They respect it one with one man.
Yes. So as much
I can understand the human then view. I can look at Lando. In Africa, we respect polygamy. Now, let's speak English now. But in America, in Europe, they don't respect polygamy. Yes, what's that? What about the safeguards now? See, the religion respects only one man, one wife. What about the other one? Then we do. If you don't do for make the do only thing then they, which you think should happen. It's another conflicting view. But you Muslim woman, if you go marry, or you Christian woman, if you go marry a Muslim man, he has the right to get married to another woman. He can let you go marry that Africa. You know what I mean? But now, if you do in Europe or America, now the Muslim, that's not the Muslim, you get it checked and this and that.
So, yeah, the example I give, these people are not even Muslim. Now get Muslim out of the equation. It exists here in America. Then gets their own place where they live their moments. Then gets boku.
No, but Khadija, I'm not talking about the moments. I'm talking about polygamy in America, polygamy in Europe.
Okay, you go say they're not accept. 1 second, they're not acceptable. You know me say they not respect because it will still exist. The only thing will not go happen, they're not going to marry 2 people then a court. No, it will not happen. But then go the cultural way, what in God wants, whether not I would call on the traditional way, when at the nikau, you understand? To me, the nikau even powerful than the white big one. You get me? So of course it will still exist. It go then go get undone. Just like England, I don't read about that. Then they consider that nikau as married. You understand? Except for the one we're gonna then go do na the courts now and then they look at. But does not mean that it doesn't exist. It does exist. You get me? But if if somebody marry 2 people them na courts, then of course you go get problem. Because you cannot do that. Now say, if the man now go marry 2 people then a court, then he go get a problem because you cannot do that. But if you obviously you can do like how some people they either not back home then go do them or then go still do them at then parts of the world here, but it just no more not go be like that of for say you go na cut you go marry 2 women. You get to start the
So now we advise that.
even
So
Sierra
we advise
Leone.
that. No.
Sierra Leone
No,
is a
it's
good
not Africa.
example. Sierra Leone,
Yeah.
they accept, then get for respect to we as Muslim, but you know they marry 2 people in a court. So it's the same thing as that of England or America. You they get me? They no, they're not. Then hold on, they not go hold somebody, the chief them or the imam, then go put them in a jail because they in a polygamy marriage. No, but at the same time they're not go able for marry 2 women then are caught at the same time.
Yeah. So the point I make here is, so I still land the point here. Listen to me. This point I make here is, if you're a Muslim, I still emphasize on that. If you're a Muslim woman, you're married to a Muslim man, therefore accepting the man. I emphasize that they make so.
Yeah.
If you're a Christian woman, you're married to a Muslim man, therefore get that right. I think simply don't done. And me no want one Muslim man, so that I go allow for me Khadija, they can marry you to my able. I don't know that. I don't know.
I'm telling you, this
I think I think say the chef don't talk purely on the religious aspect. Just like I said earlier, talking about polygamy, we look at the religious concepts in details, and also we look at the social concept. As various people don't say, Marie don't say, Mr. Lawrence don't say, they are focusing on their own religion, but purely on social concept. They are focusing on what the society has agreed on. Because one, we don't forget about the economic impact in our society. So when you get more than 2 women, we know now how the economy, the global economy, they tell on we now. So you know the thing, they expect for count small thing at house. You got to take care of 2 wives, and then 2 wives they all go on for get picking for you. And first time when people they marry more than 1 or 2 wives, now because they want plenty picking them. Like I say, me coming up polygamous, so Papa married 3, and I with 13, we all their lives. So imagine how we take care of them 13 picking a day. Now just like in mine, I just concentrate on diamond and other things. So educating those people picking a day again a great challenge. You know, it amounts a lot. Just like they say, in India, Naya, because now stay present place, I give example. They will kill girl picking them when they in a youth show, when they know say this na girl picking, they kill them because now woman they pay the bride price of the man. That's not the Indian culture, especially the Hindus them. The Muslims them get similar culture all over the world. You see, first time Indian doesn't be married up to 3-4 wives. Polygamy was so high in India, but because of the world largest populated country, so they say don't regulate the child by bearing. Now in India, they contain a 2 picking in the bone. In fact, the government don't put the rule. When you born 2 picking in a hospital, then they do hysterectomy. That means they remove you total uterus, so you need the bone again. That's not illegal rules. You accept that or not, as long as you give back my hospital. So all these social aspects come in when it remains polygamy they reduce. But in Islamic concept, polygamy they accept them as the Sheikh don't say, for let you not go out and get more concubines. For let you go be yourself and focus and see say your family that day in a one place. Like we say, they don't go in a one house. If you get chance, you will be OCI, you build one for this other one. Always the time which you go there. But in the social concept, plenty of really young one they already come up. I go tell you say no, no one for married 2 wives. Because if I tell you waiting I undergo 2 polygamous home, yes, we get the religion concept, we get away 3, but we say no, no one 2 wives. Because one, I won't forget me 1 wife, I get me 2 picking or 3 picking at least, and say I educate them picking them to the level where I fix them for educate. So like I say, we put the more of the social concept into the religion. But the religion tell me say I can marry more than 1 wife, depending if I able to take care of them. So just like we say, for avoid cheating, because I know the topic is polygamous versus cheating. So all like it's the opposite. If you are encouraging polygamy, then I don't see the need to follow cheat again. There is somebody who encouraging polygamy, many person can be cheat. Then some man can be polygamous again, then he cheat again. So that is the worst of the scenario.
So that's
Because this social concept, as I say, it is leading into plenty things where we forget about religion, we forget about tradition, we just dey follow the Western life, we just dey look wetin dey go on. So if you look at the diverse ways, now a debate will really end. Because when we look at the religious way, it very go in the product term, in the social way, it go in the product term. So far as various speakers they don't say this na a debate or na a discussion wey e very very poor. But I feel say as a human being, you get a golden rules wey dey guide your life. If you don determine as a Muslim, you say, okay, me na a Muslim. I want to marry one wife. I think I okay with that one wife. No go close to polygamy again. No go close to, concubines again. But if you see say no go be with that one wife at all because of lay down rules them. Either your husband then I don't marry, I don't dey for long, picking all day, or they get a lot of issues then. Where you say, okay, let me look and see, say, I get this woman near me, where maybe we will understand who say. Then you can go ahead for marriage. That na the thing the check them make clear, and I feel say contribution towards that.
So, my brother, the other thing I want add to what you say,
yes.
Even the Christianity, the issue of married one wife is not from the Bible. Now the Roman Catholic, now because of the Jews, they didn't get one habit. We see a new woman, it throw away the old woman, and then get one word with them for talk. Where you see you talk the marriage don't demolish until it go again. We go Germany and it come to the old one. It be there to the Arabs them the same thing. We say all them books here come out. We in Islam, if you look one surah, then tell you say, if you tell your wife say, I don't give you me mama in Lapa, or I don't tie me sister in Lapa, like some man they make us say, if I live down with you again, I live down with me sister or me mama, right away the married don't oil. If you want to join again, there are punishments. You understand? If you fast 2 consecutive months after you go before that woman day again, or you feed, if you are a rich man, you feed 70 orphans. So all that thing and the people outside the books come out, the Israeli didn't get that. So these habits don't be the Roman Catholics don't say you for marry now one wife. And they even go into the extent when the woman die, for married again. Which kind of law down there, and you get the feeling. Even the Quran, when they say, must now look Surah to Nisa, chapter 4 in the Quran, read them and they talk about family. We mortal man, we live by rules and regulation. Even that's part of the world you just follow rules and regulation. What about God? Because they say, marry 2, 3, or 4. If you get to fear, say you're not going to be sincere, wahid, or poverty, or you weak, you know, man who know able to serve, and better, wahid. Now the only religious people say, if anything happen, you married one. So if they're not pushing, say go married by force. But people then use them like I say, as a trick. You don't get the ability for someone where you go make two in terms of financial or physically. Well, not to mercy don't put, but some man do that every night. He need the wife 2 or 3 times. Then the wife not able. Fights don't become common at the home. So for the fact that they need let the when they with peace, you go get another wife. Then when you go, you give this woman chance. And if you look to the UNICEF, the first people let them suck with their own breast because it good for the pikin. That's the Islam measure. If you want suck with 2 years, do am 2 years because that milk they good for the pikin than any other milk. Where you give the pikin. UNICEF they try for first woman them let them give their own milk to the pikin them. Because they don't do studies, then see say it good. So if you they look, some man they make a strict. You want to get 2, 3 wives. but if they go and run away, now you can see the moral conduct is more important. Get a moral conduct. If you look for poverty, God tell you say la taqtulu awladakum khashiyatul imlak. Now narzuquhum wa iyyakum. No, stop born. You want one or two picking, you ban the other picking. God now they provide for you and them. You be sober-minded. We work among a large family. Me, my papa actually married a second wife, but it not last long. And the woman born two picking, he died. But my mama born 12 of we. Now, me na the oldest one only died. Me when they talk to you, I get 10 picking them. Now, I make the work now this country as a slave. I can tell Khadija that. I say, me love don't put people in trouble. And they try to give everybody a good education. Yes, you for take responsibility, man. You know, go and kaka picking there, you know, take responsibility. No, that's enough here. So if you put religion to that, you know what I fear? I fear my God where they go meet. Because not all them can force me say, yeah, be papa to you. Now, they go chum, and not control myself. If I don't want them, I can't spare. They live in a big house, they drive a luxury car, then they perish under. How you want to call me? I mean a good man, mean a God-fearing man. I say, before I get a luxury house, now walk me ask sorry for language now this country, they can make them pick here, anyone gets good education. So most of you just for work you 5 senses. Some man don't born 1, 2 picking, they don't care about them. Which man you be? Anybody who sabi me, what can at this point? You there, enjoy your life, forget about Africa. I not do them. I get them up to university right now. And they tell them, I say, hey, don't worry about house. If I build a house now for myself, you get you when you get education, if we can at this country, now fat education I get, I for be somebody more than this way a day. Now hard work at the work, 2 jobs, 7 days.
Wonderful.
Now me cause me trouble. So this thing any man therefore realize. You therefore realize you go church people picking, you can't fetch picking with them, take care of them. Not just left the body to the woman. And if you look for child support, now Islam starts before today the Western one they impose a child support. If the Islam, if you part with begin, this Quran talk about. If you want let the woman shokul for you, you pay him for the shokul, the shokul for you. Or take you picking. Let you see ba how picking the pin you now, or she not get chance for go and waka. If you say that money you pay the woman enough, even you pay money, that's good contact with them, talk fine with them. Yes, married God allow. If he think all right, let una divorce. But let una not cut off the relationship for take care of them picking them. Because them picking the day, now then therefore can take una place tomorrow. The Quran say if you divorce with your wife, pay am for sure you picking. Now so them put up. But during the time, another option no day will take you picking. It became facing waiting that woman the face when left out picking. It therefore worry man they want to make it. A man can look this guy picking. Oh, another good day. You don't put on that block into because so whatever they ask you for pay them according to them, make them not the force you they look according to what you earn. But even when you pay that, could they come and see the woman, how the picking them they do. You the woman back, no suppress the picking them or no maltreat the man for in picking them. That they want me for you. So not look the other perspective. If I don't get 10 picking in Africa, I can't be born other picking. What did they want and did they get? My brother.
Great one. Thank you.
You are right. You are very correct.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
Your responsibility, just like you say, not so they can meet you now. You say you want them. So you can take care of them and you can be very responsible.
Wonderful. So
and not for what and to woman there. Hey, use waiting and tell you I know I'm picking. Why you not tie you?
Okay.
You dey go discharge you feel like you not get pikin.
Yeah.
I to be honest.
So make I
Carry
bring
am, make
in
belt
Miss.
you tie am, no lose
Yeah.
am, you go any side.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss Marie. Are you okay? I know. Make I bring you come back in. Oh, okay. I think you they move around. Okay, Mr. Wankasu, come in. Come in, sir. You don't.
You see, now some people they fail for talk the truth. You know, if you want make your life better, then you go suppress other person life. You cause trouble, and you know that say that you therefore stand before God tomorrow. So what you do now this one? This one na nothing.
Mr. Wankasu, at least you know. We're gonna take a quick break and come right back. Oh boy. No, get to.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Her Majesty. So as you can see, the topic of the day is polygamy. So I had a little small conversation about it with my fiance. It was just a conversation just of a topic, a random topic we just decided to talk about. We talk about so many random things and getting into our little heated debates. It's so fun. But this topic was polygamy. I'm like, you not about that life. You ain't about that life. More than one wife? You think you can handle more than one wife? What y'all think? Because from what I'm coming to notice is it don't really seem like that bad of a deal. For real. I mean, if you think about it, it's an extra hand, you know, it's an extra income. It's an extra person, period. So I feel like it'll just make things run a little smoother. And then when from what I'm looking at, you know, just watching YouTube videos of people that do this, people that's really about their life. You know, like I said, this is just conversation for me. I don't see that happening. But I can see why people do it. I can see the benefit in it with, you know, closing my eyes to what we come to believe is normal, and just wiping it all out and, you know, embracing other ideas and things from our culture and heritage that has been wiped away and, you know, erased from us as a people. But now as things are being more easily accessed, information, knowledge, and people are opening their eyes now and starting to see that there's a lot of things that come with us as a people that we were taught that were wrong, you know. And it's hard to see the right in it when for so long we've been taught to believe and do things a certain way, which was the way of the people who took us captive. So whenever I bring up certain things, I know it's like I can make people uncomfortable, but that's the point. Let's get uncomfortable, you know. Let's reach into the depths of information that's gonna make us uncomfortable. That's the goal, you know, because that's the information we need, and that's probably the information that's going to get us up out of this rut we've been in for about 400 and so years, for real. So this is what I've been into. I've been looking into different areas of our culture that most people don't like to talk about. So this is one of them. Polygamy is in the Bible. Other cultures do it. For some reason, it's been made a thing of shame, I guess, somehow. That's something I'll have to research. If you know how that happened, feel free to educate me. I'm open to new information. But I don't know when it happened, when was that made wrong, because I know for so long in the past that was a normal thing to do. Even the kings in Europe, they had multiple wives. So it's like, When did that become wrong? So, or I could have that wrong. They had wife after wife. I don't know if they had them all at the same time. I don't know. I could have got that wrong. But point is, for our culture, anyway, I don't care what they was doing. For our culture, is this so wrong? I don't know. I just want to see. Because like I said, as I'm finding out, it seems like it makes sense. Because you divvying up the responsibilities of the family amongst more than one, let's say 3 or more people, and everybody has a task and everybody contributes to the family in a way that's going to make it thrive. And that sounds good. That sounds like the makings of an empire. Like, everybody wants a legacy, right? You want to have something to pass down to your family, and you
And all welcome back. Thank you, Mr. Wankasu. Come back in, sir. I know saving day on it. Come back in.
Yes, thank you very much. I believe say so far we are not perfect. We really deliberate now so about this topic, polygamy and cheating. We're not perfect. We don't get the moral standing for talk about this issue also to the highest level. But so far, I think say we don't do quite a good justice to this topic here. So we don't look at the cultural side of them. We don't look at the moral side of them. We don't look at the financial part of them, cultural, just you name it. I feel see all the speakers there, we all know give room part, and some of we don't give you experiences them. From that background, then we take come on, and then we try to be some around. But one thing we I pick on all of this, many of we right now, get small regrets in the decision that we don't take up to this time in terms of relationship. We get things that we can look back to and think, say, wow, if you've been given another chance, and not for being take that decision, this decision that we don't take. You see, we get to live with that for the rest of our lives. You see, so now like I've been talking earlier, I would say, if you go into the relationship for the right reason, you don't make the mistakes. But when you go inside the relationship for selfish reasons, then throughout you do make the mistake. Because the moment when you don't get what you go there for, or whether parts the way you go there for don't begin to fade out, then you begin to look on the side. And then the relationship they can get a problem. So the two religions then, the Islam, the Christianity, they give guidelines into the religion, into marriage. Like I said, a sacred institution, marriage. And when you look at the guidelines, that you follow the guidelines today, you follow the principles today, you know you get problem. But because of the selfish ends, then because of the cultural ideas, or because of that, families and stuff like that, then now they will defend the problems. You see? And then when you turn them back into the religion, we get the blame the religion. And then we feel saying that they didn't correct what they do. They treat you mama, they say because they're a Muslim, they get right for grab go marry, so anybody they say no more back, they don't go for no pal and say this man shall marry them because we are Muslim. You see the concept then they been quite wrong. So that make we get the problem. Just like I've been saying earlier on, we mind them in a goat. Anytime we go, we see fine woman, we don't get a we must like say, So this is the problem we face whenever we go along with your life. But at this stage here of our life, our 30s, 40s, going 50s or whatever, we find out say when you look back, you get a bit of a regret as to which you don't make the decision you don't take. You will say, okay, well, I wish they give me another chance. I'm going to correct time and make sure say I do the right thing. We all get things that we'll look back to and try to correct them. So much. On the fact say this topic come, somebody mentioned so Mr. Jordan mentioned so clearly for say the topic is very broad and you know be one way we will end. We need to exhaust them. Which is will be able for exhaust. However, we don't touch certain silent, you know, and I feel say we all in a different maybe different location or which are in position that will be hold. But because we don't deliberate small, it look like we already harmonize small. We already begin understand the difference in culture and understand say yes, you know, yes, this is a good thing for do or whatever. You know. So I think say most of we also agree say polygamy nothing with a solve societal problem and family problem rather than the other way around. Because when you look at polygamy in a selfish perspective, you understand? When you look at say, oh no, me nobody know I know go share the man, I know go want for do this, I know go, you know, make business, competition business, or that problem they know go treat her equally and all the stuff today. We the other one they are just misconceptions. And then when we look at her now on all the deliberation, you find out say it's beautiful. Polygamy is beautiful. You know, only if you follow the correct way. And I'm glad for check way in coming give me the Quran, the quote from the Quran, certain areas that we tell me and all of that. So I think that an area where we got to go to do more research on and read into it more, you know, for educate you more into this kind of thing. Because we will meet up similar debates again, or we meet up family issues on side, we at least this program also will remind me for say, oh, I remember in the power program we have been do some research on polygamy and stuff like that to be able to explain the matter properly than you know, do nothing about it. Like you say, Suratul Nisa, we go there, we can read and understand what in Suratul Nisa say in terms of the rulings, where the Islam say from how you go into the marriage, how you pick the second woman and all of that. The Sheikh don't exhaust them to a certain level, which is good. You have to be physically fit when we give the woman then a satisfactory relationship. You have to be financially strong for go for what challenges which if you not say able for do that at all, then the only book will tell you say married one now the Quran. The Quran will tell you say married one. If you know say anything in the don't areas and then you know physically fit, you know financially strong, you know able for give the woman the justice, then stick to the word. Why you go put yourself on problem? You see? So this is the thing with Islam tell you. So if we will follow that in a day, then we say, well equally that they say we are not perfect, we are human beings, we greedy, we selfish, we want this, we look at now, we kidding, don't know we are there, they say, ah, we be clean, we are this, that, so we attack, we forget, then we don't go deep inside, then we find out say we don't go plant seed there. Waiting for you, no go let woman no go vulnerable. Because you don't go on and say, oh, me now one woman supposed to forget, so I know I dey kick that one in like the corner. No, you go for drum because that woman deserve to be treated like a wife. She deserve to be, you know, to inherit in picking self deserve to inherit. You know, go say because now you know go born picking that. So because now one day picking you entitled, one day wife you entitled to. So you other people are entitled to for inheriting property. This is wrong. You see? And my brother and also Lawrence talk out clearly from your background. You know? You come up from you know, a family who side the other family members are one with jealous and because they take and say this now like you know, I call myself you know, picking from outside, so waiting, you know, deserve to be treated like a picking. Like yeah, the man born and get the man in DNA. So you go for inherit, you go for say they go for treat you and your mama the same. You see, when you go when you get when you go give belly out there, to go the woman they can't join the family. Jealous business and selfishness business, they fair. You know, we all have responsibility as human beings. When they don't give that responsibility, they now a big one. Just like how they shape it up. You know, you don't go born picking them. Now responsibility. It is first when you look after them. Like the 12 police will go together and they go for first for that day. So that's some of now. And I tell you now, thank you for the contributions around me.
Well
Very
stated.
educative.
Well stated, well stated, well stated. So make her bring in Miss Marie. Are you able to speak now? You there, me?
I don't hear you now, but please, somebody try to call me quick. I know they get to now loud.
Okay, so
you just log out and then I will not invite back.
okay, no problem. So in the meantime, I don't know, would have been last coming, Mr. Janet don't come. Mr. Lawrence, you want to add to that while we wait for Miss Mary?
Yeah, okay, normally I Mr. Because I enjoy him and Mr. All the speaker that we talk. See, man.
Yeah.
Really Christian and back when the Christian are really good to so now. Now we free. So let's tell me say how we for married, then we pretend the Christian are one way forget. Because that one what's in my ear they talk or what's Maria?
Marie.
Yes. Marie, exactly. Sorry for missing your name, darling.
Yes.
Because you know me left now because I don't talk Muslim.
Well, in your case, she's married, or if the husband catch you a problem.
What she wants, KHADIJA said she not left now. So I get curious. Mrs. Fox don't grease her for marriage. I don't tell her. I don't talk from today. I don't even talk about the marriage. I don't talk Muslim. But on a serious note,
yes,
on a serious note, as a Christian, I jealous you guys because Allah una for married more than one wife. Really make the family become legitimate. You get it? You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas we the Christian, then God allow you for married according to their own Christianity. They make one wife, one woman. Understand it? So when we go cheat now, we continue in sin. You see the whole table, I won't picking as kitchen, just the hide. And they can't marry, so they say. It's frustrating. What make it frustrating is because sometimes they hide now, the wife go find out. What's in the mean? It's like the picking the camera, so I go, Papa don't get picking a street. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's devastating. You see what I mean? Like I tell you my own situation. I use my own situation. You know what I mean? They probably me can now. They give me Ulster and they fetch me now. See, no, when I outside, they cannot forget the Ulster. I say, what? Are you guys crazy? I can just laugh.
Well, I want to help you that side, the Islam.
Wait, say something real quick, Mr. Lawrence.
Help you that side, the Islam.
Mr. Lawrence, say something real quick.
Huh?
No, Mr. Lawrence, say something real quick. I get a reason why. Go ahead. Say something real quick. Come in real quick.
Yeah, quick, yeah. What's that say, yeah?
Okay, so, come back, check. Come back and check. All right, I want just spotlight because
I want to help Mr. Lawrence. Islam not even call say a friend picking na cause because the picking not to do the act. We in Islam friend picking not to cause, not to do the act. If you worship God sincerely, like the one with them married. In self will go heaven, not to cause. Without get cause, the two people they will do the act because God no bias. Not to you say let them come do this to me. People that they bring all them thing they say friend picking up for be imam. No. If he ain't learn he know the Quran, they be imam. Now one thing no more he lost life, the day of judgment, where the real people get the chance for free the parents that if then they upon punishment, the friend picking or that are tied to be. But if he in worship God in at the same like the other picking, because you know you go punish push who not do the sin, then you go put on push who he left the out one. The papa and the mama who born now who born out of marriage, now they get the problem. If not sin. And even at that, I make them want to for pray. Even if they know when the Quran shine, I make that tell you if you be Christian from English Quran, let you look the 4th chapter in the Quran talk about most of that now. Woman, the right, will no rights not be there to somebody in life and at the world like that. All religion be they treat women the same like them and nothing. So but the Quran they bring specific things them where they not include women, they them include them. And now the Islam can stop from kill the girl in them, the female infanticide, where the Arabs they do. They say no, you know the right for do that. So if you go on somebody begin unless he hide and table in the rights like that one who you married in wife, the right because not to cause trouble. So now that one didn't go and help you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So the point I want to make here is so you see I think the difference between a Christian and a Muslim. So the woman already cried and the Allah, better you know say the man get a different woman day, which is understandable. Better than we get the Christianity there with the hide. We dey go into the sin now self more.
Yeah.
They make we afraid. We afraid self. Because imagine if I go back picking a street and hey Mrs. want kill me. This not want kill me. Say what? Say no wanna. But then if I am a Muslim, then you know see I don't get another woman when Khadija, I don't marry to Khadija. Because all them troublesome woman them when they don't balance rights now. You know they can't tell me see. But then my wife could not see. We all know see. Me don't want picking to my wife, I don't want to Khadija, I don't want to all the troublesome woman and this so Maria or within them all we don't want picking. So we want to get at each you know which way. Then they all can look at themselves like a brother and sister and pray along. But imagine if I made a Christian, I go born picking out of wedlock. We started coming and telling me two picking that we don't know say no man and than that. They like mama too much. We started going involved them into that other family line me. I don't keep it for understand. And the advantage we wanna get, we not get. Then the same Bible they talk about so in the olden days, David no more someone they get. No more someone David gets. No more Saul no man get 400 almost concubine.
Yeah, I think say I've been on your of that too. Some Christians still, even though they're not permits, that they still marry two women. I don't know how true that is, but somebody been tell me that say then they
no Christian no so you know it's no you talk polygamy.
Sometimes I go lost this now for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but I go plug them back.
Okay,
so if you go off, I go alone now.
Okay, no problem. We'll get you back on board.
Look at polygamy, then a polygamy.
Yeah.
That Christian polygamy. That 7 years, that's SALONE, 7 years.
For the Christians. For the Christians.
Yeah, polygamy. If you marry a woman, polygamy.
Okay.
It is strict.
So
one wife, like one married wife, so one wife, one man.
Okay.
Period.
So in other words, for the Christians, them then go serve time if they do that, but not for us, the Muslim in Assyria. You know that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bigamy.
Yeah, bigamy.
Bigamy.
Bigamy. Polygamy na the act.
Sorry.
Polygamy na
the crime.
Yes.
Polygamy
the practice.
Yeah, sorry, bigamy.
Yeah,
bigamy. I think I've been talking before. Bigamy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But then, as a Christian, we get picking a street.
Yeah, Miss Marie, why you still on?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, Miss Marie. I want to ask you
a question. I think you're the driver, I think.
Yes. You've been the session.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm going to right now.
It's okay. You there? Yeah. I want to ask you something. Obviously, from what I observe, you perception change from what you would think initially, right? And why is that?
Yeah, it changed, but like what's no more chef in the say. Not of let the man married back for woman, so back he married for woman, and then they still do it they do.
Yeah.
So
okay, so in phone hopefully go come back on it. See, we don't want to in advance. So basically, interesting. First in perception was like totally and entirely against it, but then as we did discuss, is see I'm on a different lens. So hey, to each his own. And having said that, I want like a couple more minutes so I come back again. He really tell me what's in the night hats before we call it quits. Mr. Jane, you want to come in and add to anything?
Yes, basically, like I say, this is a very, very broad topic, and we appreciate, just like Mr. Owen Kansu said, we all want to synchronize ourselves. We're not perfect. We are all human, one way or the other. We don't fall along the way. So we share out of experience and out of religious base.
Yes.
So I'm able to share what we know.
Absolutely.
Because in this whole topic, polygamy, as we see, is accepted in Islam just for frame certain rules and regulation within. In Christianity, it's not accepted, as Mr. Lawrence said. But when you check, even some religious-based leaders, many of them do not permit them for marriage But when you check them, get picking in the street, past how many?
Yes.
If they go into that place, they say they serve God and then they marry woman. But why would you go and follow a woman and born picking a street?
Yes.
So it makes no difference. So when either you cheat on yourself or on your God, or you cheat on, I mean, if you marry, they cheat on your wife. So all the things they do, you play around social concept mostly. The society we build is have to accept the norms, have to accept the culture, and see say we live in a society. Because once some of we forget the religious practice, they say, how the society will look at me if I do this thing. But you know the thing say, how God will go judge me tomorrow if I do this thing.
That's exactly
So
what
that is the main fundamental principle where I feel say we left out. Satisfying the public, satisfying the individual way they with. They really look at how God they judge you. Say me tomorrow I therefore die. I therefore give you account of how I live my life. Why now the difference is it let legalize and say, okay, this now with my wife, I plan for marriage too. I plan for marriage to it. Now understand myself on a day and I know say now one day for me. Then we go kids around, born picking and a street we're not even proud of, we're not even they show that the community, sometimes you go and hide or take care of them. All those things and they play around where they affect me and the society also the frame for them, but in the long run, it affects even the picking itself psychologically, societally, and the point and all that. So all the factors they make Islam make it easy. If you don't see, you need to be out this one, go and marry another one.
Yeah.
You see, but just like we don't debate on our wishes are not perfect, we dey pray for let God directly and let God deal with we wetin we dey do. Because that's the main thing. We God directly and deal with we don't say we try for be perfect and we go do wetin God wants.
Absolutely, absolutely, and just like I say, it's like it's like you they inside me it exactly what they think. You know, go left God, try for please God, and you they please mortal man. Because if you hide, you they go do all that thing and then you they cheat. God, the one way that the most important person, you they hurt him, you they sin against that when a God, and you they try for please the eye sin of man. So why not to make it legal? You understand where he allow, you need to bring bad luck, na the and things go flourish. You understand? Of course, maybe in the beginning it not go easy for anybody where you propose that, but then when you look at the obvious of of the importance of God trying to please God versus mortal man, then you go look and say yes, it is a better than for how you call for I do that. I do the right thing in the eyes of God instead of in eyes of mortal man. Then, and for the one that will go kind of look say, oh, maybe because she's single or whatever, and I make it accept this. Even when I've been dating for this last one, where I decided to walk away from that, I also made that suggestion to that individual because I did not want my marriage to. You understand? I say if you picking in my marriage don't born with, if you want make you remarry them, it's fine with me. It gets me. So I know one day will look and say, oh yeah, no. I was never selfish type because I believe say this dunya are just a temporal world. Like I say, many will frown against me, many will be against me, or whatever the case may be. But I'm not here for please what I want and love God. And I give this scenario say you can get to so-called, oh, the one wife, the man they do 10,000 things out there, you are miserable, no respect, whatever the case may be, because there's two type of man where I can say some of them when they out there then they respect home and they do it in a very respectful manner, which is still wrong if you're not doing the legal way. But others when then they out there the home become enemy. So having said that, before I get to that one way Nami one so-called one, then I'm miserable. And for me personally, not the title, not the money, Nami focus, but the happiness and the peace of mind, the respect, the understanding. So before I can get that so-called one, and then I get that headache, now just stay under that name who are they pray to, and I know say get fairness of God and whatever the case may be. Even that, I'm not just jump because oh yeah he's already married, so he already qualify or they in that category for be the second wife. You have to have the quality of where God wants that you possess. You forget the fairness of God. I'm not talking about money or whatever the case may be, but the respect, the fairness of God. Say you dey practice the Islam not only when it's in your favor in terms of having that second wife, but rather the understanding, the way you go treat Khadija and that woman. Because I'm not the type where you go just feel say you now they're in love with me, then you want to mistreat the other woman. No, because you mistreat her, you mistreat in me as well. Because I know I get sin to God. You understand? So if even that woman get bad hearts for me, it not go prevail or whatever bad it mean for me, it not go succeed because God knows say me on heart. He accept him and he clean for us. So anyway, Mr. Wankasu, I don't know if you want to come back in and we'll give Miss Marie 2 more minutes or so, then we'll go call it a wrap.
Yes, my own contribution would be like a question to Sheikh, where he throws some light or give you some warning on that for us. Something to come on? Spotlight?
Yes.
Okay.
I did one because of the way I checked the
Alright, yeah.
so
So,
it's on you.
Sheikh, you listen to so?
Yes.
In terms of Islamic ruling, when you go for go take second wife, do you, the husband, have to consult with your wife, or you inform your wife that you've got another wife or something? If you get any idea in that, you can do one for me. You don't understand. Now, consult the consultant before you go to one, or you can go marry the other woman. Then you can inform the woman. Say, well, I don't go marry.
Well, it depends how the situation be, because not to something we impose on ourselves, but now something God allow we for do, it not impose unto we. And if you look in a good relation, if you see say actually your wife reasonable for let una talk am before you dey go do am, if finally you inform am, it depends how your wife be. But if you know say when you tell am the battle don start, so go do am now una can do the battle. But you, as I say, you not for be a fighter, you always, because you don't do the act, you therefore be calm and you try for explain to the woman, because actually it's not easy. So, but try for tell am the reason why you do that. Although no reason, no value, you get the value to you. God say, now this I want one for one. Me feeling sometime why they woman for some time, me feeling they die, and I want go out. And before I they go out, I can, because all the reasons the way they make you liable for go take 2 wives from my way they with one woman constantly in feeling they die, you need a space a little bit for the woman, but needing a space you don't need for go take enjoyment na street, make a way they get on side for go, then you come. So or the woman not able, as I say, the woman not able to serve it, say, well, if not this reason, I think say, me I afraid me God, I know I'm going to street. And I want satisfy me feel, as I tell you, not one of the most painful way you don't need the wife is in our attire. And he no do am. Who do clean, me na man, you know man, you understand how you feel not to so, you dey go na street drowsy. So that's they continue repeatedly, or some concern about health. Sometimes the woman gets a health problem. As I say, we don't marry, as the Christians say, for better, for worse, and for everything. You don't go to her and because to get this voting and call, but you go marry the other one for let you keep them all together. So if you see the situation, a very simple for let discuss them, you can discuss about the say better you do it now, then you when I can start now the discussion, then it's up to you. As far you know you said no say this na me get you and I care about you. It depends how you present the matter.
Okay, the reason why I asked who the plan for arrange another marriage for me more than I asked for Mr. Lawrence, so the one who I know perfect bicycle afterwards.
No, well, the thing, as you say, in one camper Islam for leg get 4 wives. I don't tell you, say that not for the purpose. You say that now you know the real selfish, understand? You just protect your status. Because of check you status, you
Mr. Lawrence,
fitness.
Mr. Lawrence is physically fit. He's financially fit. He's
Okay.
fit.
Okay.
Why you for say that? Say, I don't talk Muslims. Which you want to talk?
I know I'm back. You can't wait. Don't enjoy. You don't better fool. Say well. I don't come back.
I'm sorry to talk.
Muslim for life benefits.
Yes. Life benefit. Muslim. You know, say it comprises so many things. You get 5 daily prayers. You do give zakat. You do fast during Ramadan. All them things, and they not for the work there no more. You get to think about that.
When you talk, at the first game when he come back, at the first the next, once all the way to our house, they come to me.
Okay.
Let's not just try for see if I go call Miss Marie. Now it give a last one over the phone, and then from there we go call it quits. How about that, Mr. Badamasi?
Yeah.
Mr. Jamne, you want to say anything?
Yeah, one thing, yes, do listen to Miss Marie, then we'll give a round of statement.
Okay.
Yeah. But also, I don't talk Muslim. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. At the fast. Which I don't think you
No problem. No problem.
What's married woman want for married? Anyway.
Even if you go Muslim, it depends on the side where you found yourself. Like I say, even in India, no Muslim, no, they right now where they marry 2 wives. Because they follow the societal norms, societal rules. The other thing, then they get 3 to 4 picking them. Or you know, easily say Muslims get 2 wives in India now. Because the woman they don't grow up with that society, that culture deal with them saying a one man, all the Hindus that they married, a one woman, all the they married.
So they don't Boss, I think I'm from SALONE. Polygamy, I don't know.
When you check the population, India only get lower women population. So then she say if they allow one man married to two women, so woman they need to get so man they need to get woman. Now make the rape Ibokuna India. You get for get money, you get for be good looking, you get for be good looking because the woman the number is low. Like you think about the other part of the world, woman they rush per man. So now in a church the India and they do and then get lower rate of women than any other parts of the world.
And even here back they get that cultural system where woman and man die, you know, easy for they get other man. Like Africa, India, woman man die, the other man with the man.
The other man. No.
You don't die, don't be a video for life. Even if you
all one begin with you, woman.
With you, that's not the culture. And the woman and man be married the man them. So the woman go married man one, then later I go back to go marry another man. And then you marry, then you go beyond goals. You forget a lot of gold then. You know, so the traditions, as I say, if the tradition and the societal norms don't cover everything, when some people even they forget religion.
Excellent. Excellent. So having said that, make way. I want to take this opportunity for tell we panelists them plenty thank you for waiting take time out of them busy schedule today for make this happen. I want to tell Miss Marie plenty thank you. I know say in device go down, so you're not able for come back again and give a closing statement. Make a pause now, again all the chance for make a closing statement. Now we start with Oshek, please. What's not gonna be your last statement before we go, sir?
First of all, I want to tell you thank you and all the panelists them. Let God give you the chance for let we take parts now them programs, young programs more. It gets a lot of things that way would they educate the world because the world nothing about education. But once people learn today, they want get education for make money. They no one gets education how for run your life. If you want get education how for run your life, you get for look to your religion where belong, and you look your scripture. I just story today. I've been done ready for outline certain things. The way people then get misconception about Islam because then they look for certain mostly their own behavior. You know, they go to the Quran, they look. I tell you the religion is right. We the people them now we they do everything wrong now the religion. But anytime you get program like this, please just inform me a week above that so I will able bring certain things them. So let God bless all the panelists them. The world will therefore the correct yourself till we reach a point. Some people then they do things out of ignorance. Or if you educate, you will not say this not the right thing up to you. So now me will last for this.
Thank you so much, sir. I want to give Mr. Lawrence the opportunity for saying last word.
The last one is like we therefore respect the beauty of religion, see the beauty of religion and the beauty of customs and tradition and societies and norms and values. Then for pretend we bring them say now so for be like so the last one like I respect the Christian religion, yeah, because it teach me for be one man, one wife. Still, I respect back the Muslim religion because they teach me say I can be polygamous. As a woman, I therefore respect the man that say them from polygamy because they get advantage, and they show the beauty of the advantage that we get. One man, they married different wife, the whole family and they come together. But if you look at the Christian religion, one man, one wife. But then if you go cheat, you need to bring the family then together. It's difficult for me. And right now, me, I don't turn Muslim. It's me, I don't turn Muslim. I don't marry KHADIJA now. I don't marry all the other. Them tell man, don't even carry the program. I don't marry the all. and the beauty of the Muslim religion. That's what I say. KHADIJA, me on that side, yeah.
You're awesome. Thank you so much. At least you bring some laughter to it all, right? Thank you. Mr. Janet, come on in. Mr. Janet, come on in. Give you last
It's very interesting. I'm not actually Muslim now for wife benefits. When they build the program, I tell them thank you. Just like you say in our statement, them we're not perfect.
Yeah.
At least we don't share our experiences, them we don't learn from each other. Then we see the comments them on social media, so everybody know waiting they go. And this is a global trajectory. It happen all over the world. So we don't able for share we experience them and we ready for give more in various platforms. Thank you very much, Madam KHADIJA, for organizing such. And a pleasure for being part of the discussion.
Thank you so much. Given the obvious of your time over there, you really make the ultimate sacrifice for being part of the panelists today. Thank you so much, Mr. Janet. God bless you. Mr. Wankasu, come on in, sir.
Right. Sheikh, actually, plenty thank you. Also, for Scholar Polala continue for extending knowledge in Islam. And then, Allah guide you, Allah continue for direct you.
Amen.
You educate me today from the Quran and Islamic tradition, and even though you know do research, you quite extensively tell me a lot of things that we will learn today. And if you've been research before you can answer for the dinner tomorrow morning, what you tell me thank you, we finish now. So I tell you thank you now. I continue to expand your knowledge in Islam. And Mr. Janet, thank you very much. You take you guide me through this debate or this discussion. Basically, you look at the cultural side of it, you look at the religious side of it, the perspective the way you try to guide me through that, and you explain to me extensively, how the thing is, and the contribution is very, very good. And I admire you for that. And I think so Murray, you get a straight head in which you talk about. You understand the concept. And of course, we able for both the we go on also, Mr. Lawrence, we make the switch over straight away without further debate. And in a gathering like this, in a discussion like this, we get a lot of fun, we laugh because Lawrence there around we, Lawrence always they come up with something where they make me smile and stuff like that. Because the way we don't test for this discussion as until I've been pushing us some kind hit after hit now they come but don't take Lawrence make it so easy for me and you make it so fun. So this is the good thing about your discussion awesome. Of course, we sister it didn't up and down the place, but it taking time for people to listen and we're able to convince them for it take a different area back as well. So we're happy that we all come together today, we begin to know each other and stuff like that for coming to this discussion. And of course, ultimately, Khadija, you are a great host. You host me, you understand the concept, you look at the different areas, then you ask the correct questions, then you listen to the one that we call, one for say thank you to the one that we call and all of that. We appreciate their contribution as well. And of course, we're going to appreciate one and then you're going to get one or two, just pick randomly the one that we drop the messages then.
Yes.
That is very important for the people that know say yes, they are acknowledged.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes. So like during the intervals they may pick one or two messages then when you come on board. So there's a whole like bring on very salient points then. But yes, sometimes use that one then you throw out to read at the panel
I agree. Yes, absolutely. So like one of we social media correspondents who have been called Mr. Muhammad, now usually I can kind of like get on board for that it kind of like help you with the reading because on Sunday it can be a bit overwhelming trying for focus on the device and then try for hosting at the same time. But definitely we would try for make improvements in that area. I tell
you something. This program is getting bigger by the day. And I think you need an engineer with a production person.
I do. I think we will talk behind the scene with that one. Definitely.
Yes. Because we know of thousands now when you watch this program. So it's all a blessing, man, because you're so captivating, you're able to do a lot, within that small space where you get and everything, capture the whole viewers there and plenty of people are attention there on you right now. So it's good that you get the correct topic that you bring up on board and people need to discuss them and it appeal to the people then.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much for your contribution to the community and the world.
I want to say thank you too. Thank you so much. Every time I call you, they're on board. Thank you so much. And equally as that of Mr. Lawrence, I cannot emphasize on United Kingdom how much I appreciate it. How much, I love it. My heart salutes to each of you that, because they always make the time. Whether in be part of the panel.
1 second now. 1 second. Mr. Coles, why do you want smart to get all the families one of the smart to get I'm here for I don't want
you can't talk with the time, so you can be smiling.
Mrs. Khadija Fox,
Mrs. Fox, please not buy this man. You are awesome, man. You're always delighting up the room. Thank you, Mr. Fox. Thank you. So having said that, like I say, salute to United Kingdom, of course, Germany, Italy, Australia, India, you name it. In all, I so appreciate. But I do not play for my United Kingdom because I've not seen any play for me from the days of VOS and you name it. I appreciate it so much. I want to tell the audience them plenty thank you, just like Mr. Wankasu said, in our please patience, we sometimes I can get overwhelmed, and in ourselves equally as important as that of the panelists them. And having said that, whoever we offend today, please forgive we. Please, that's not the intention. Oh, Miss Marie one definitely can't get in last word here. She is. I love this. Oh man, I'm glad he's
The wife,
definitely.
the polygamous wife. Come
Hilarious.
polygamous
Oh
wife.
man, so Miss Marie they connect no get the chance when it land because it really interesting how it started. Miss Marie, welcome, darling. Can you hear me? Okay, they're on mute. Are you okay? Okay, no get small time, guys. Make I do like a 1 minute commercial just for your sake. It seemed like they try to get to a comfortable venue for they able for giving last statements. Are you all right, Miss Marie? You okay?
Yes.
Wonderful. I'm so happy you make them back, man. You know, saying I'm here, you know more than at the panel today with a woman. So anyhow, so I mean they say it's interesting how you view so huh? Say that again.
At least we get it to be busy for me.
I know. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate your sacrifice. So I've been like the fact that at first you were like you made it think one way and no way at all. And then later on you kind of like change. So I'm one saying that you take that opportunity today for explain to me what you learned today about the discussion and what to make you get a change of heart.
Well, today, moderator, you don't put me at the spot. You don't critical question. I got changed because the woman I explain.
Yeah.
And it's true, especially when they don't sign here. Yeah. When you know what they go on, you get you might just go on back then.
It's true. Wait, hold on, please.
So back they get out 2, 3, but then they go back.
Yeah.
So the only the grace of God. One thing of Philip inside relationship, and then only the grace of God.
Yeah.
And they help you.
Absolutely.
Because you go not start say lado to man. You go to go and block so they make all kinds of things. So the person has don't say you don't know. Sometimes I they make it no idea. Especially that's how holding at this country. Until they go do overtime. All overtime now overtime. You don't know. Else you don't call you say I they stay in a job with they do this. Sometimes you don't go now you work.
Yeah.
So I prefer I get mate if the man say no more now, 2 no more.
Yeah.
Not say now to let the mate can let me interested or we able know how to understand yourself.
Absolutely.
Play anything like voodoo.
Yeah. Yes.
Now the worship, now people they play.
Yes, it's true.
See how so mate go destroy something. The kind heart when you get, sometimes some people don't get that.
Absolutely.
There's no one person, one grandson that gets anything waiting God do for me, now him it's for me. Or sometimes I go with up this on mate.
Yeah.
In get your option, my sister are not like we believe God will.
Yeah.
God the right for the one that go for that way back. Let's step outside and go away. God said it we believe. Else you call me name because for a man and where they go to the same God.
Yes.
The people why do you use the like a play that boy I've been talking a lot of. So then the first of property there, I dey tell you when some man die, we don't see that thing and the man over there said the woman don't begin work, should have for good gap this that. So for long as you don't cry for that person. I remember how to begin first for the property there, how for shape that begin they not go see themselves as one.
Yeah.
All man they tell the young picking different thing. Even if they want that then they begin at the comola that they make for them begin quickly.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think say the on. Okay.
And they call this other one back, this other one already the tell us. And they keep bring problem.
Yeah.
So I changed my mind about Saturday, if we meet so they can we work together.
Yeah. I like that. I think Sam, you and I have the same concern because on Sunday we get God in we and we believe in God, where in some woman and in deeper juju. So that I understand. That is definitely a major concern for me as well. And I think say it's okay for you to be concerned about that because people are very evil. What you know they think, then they think in that direction. So I can see why at some point you had some concern in that area, you know.
I want help you, although I don't see the last word.
Yes, sir.
You know, see, woman, they back who they for go and teach man, they always they go make worship. We see man go up and one thing, he don't take your man away.
Yeah.
And instead of no, they get the man for let it keep a move.
Yeah.
It is take all what in the man get at the end of the day to him. So
Sadly.
everything way they do, let you be sincere. Who service on woman because we would be crap up. The Karmoko they will be land, they be give them rights business. So man the worship himself, then the cancel last mommy. We want go meet some man, it was some by himself. And see the man go the wanted. So not only the woman who is strong with 90 worship, 90 free for worship. The woman back go down and the good is stand with the danger. So
oh yes, Danny Natsugo. So yeah, let God direct me to the right person, you know? Natsugo. Absolutely. So having said that, I don't know if anybody else wants to say anything before we wrap it up. You want to say any last word, Miss Marie? Or you good to go?
That's all I see. Now me wait to attack and I'm used. Don't I know?
Let me tell you.
Oh, we don't come back again. Yeah, we don't lose. All right.
Anyway,
So let Miss Marie say the last word. It looked like you lost signal. They come right back in. Okay, go ahead and make your last statement, madam, and then we'll call it a wrap. Okay.
Oh, I'm not be the language. You say somebody be the chair for call.
Oh, okay. No, I say if you want to say you want to add to anything else before we call it a wrap.
I first want to say sorry. You can decide the thing, but I cannot participate to the way I've been.
No, you did good. You did good. It's okay.
Next time,
it's quite okay.
I will do what I do quick and cancel them for wait for me time. Wait till
yes.
Like me, I don't say the topic so interesting because I two topics. The day or married, polygamy, gamma or cheating. When you check, they are two similar, but to be honest, the one will pay for more than cheating.
Not so good. Exactly.
If you don't think like man get 2, 3 women, I don't already know say now 2 or 3.
Absolutely.
Not to see women they have.
Yes.
For them man,
they allow.
Man, that cheating business is really tough because it break somebody in heart.
Yes, it's true.
Trust whether it gets for you, and when trust lost inside relationship, it hard for let that trust come back.
True.
And some man or woman, they don't take a habit, like they don't use to her. And let you see the woman find everything okay for now. And when you check the one way they cheat, because this are they bring both man or woman. So I said, why would they don't get safe? When you look in spouse, it's good looking past that position. He gets everything past that. And sorry for the man then.
Yes.
Because he can stay 1, 2 years, you know, you're okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so definitely you stay 1 month, they not get too much.
Yeah.
Say they know they will stay for 1 month, they not get too much. So don't they encourage people all they listen to me? We want for like home sweet. We want for like marriage sweet. Then thing and then I get for pull out of the marriage. You want for get second woman, meet your woman. When I engage, when I have the communication, when I talk, if you don't accept you, the first step will be vex first. But if you keep on the tell her, you give reasons then why make you want to do her. Like me, just what first can say no.
Yes.
But why don't people speak as then? I sit down and I say, okay, now true. I think I will go with this flow. So I talk to the speaker and they say, it makes sense.
Absolutely.
But especially they say they now all side step when somebody gets stressed. You don't know the condition.
Absolutely.
You don't even know what they do. But why get me mate? I'm not saying that me get out. Now who get the man? But that rival, and now the rival don't see that they pull it past you when at the married woman. They get a pardon, they go one fetch you, and some man they go na Morima way.
Yeah.
And most of them they can't meet up beside there with the man they start. Now when they don't meet people, they don't make foundation, and then they can't reap the benefit. And you now get that married, and then you will not see life. So some man know they know if you don't say they give up. Some people say that they left their man because of the one left her. Or some man may go that competition. You know, like that expect. So then we talk to people like not to teen way necessary. If you get one woman, I don't want picking up where they expect you. You know, they do anything where go embarrass you among people. say that they okay, so that high say person at home.
Yeah.
Then go no right now if my man no get nobody there. I let to eat their rest now. But when make today, when make confusion, I must explain what happened. Or when you cheat on me. So when children I had a one, me remember from what you don't pass sometimes school days or so I experienced it because and one told that he said, so you they say once a children it's always that's also Sunday if you get high luck, then we change. And papa don't they marry for home and then please the world don't modernize.
Yes.
If you got two no more will manage but four, me one no will sleep 9 days. It will not about
Love it. Love it. Well stated.
And then for the topic, a good topic.
Yes.
And you know that all the panels, then they all give good contribution. The people that we call, we appreciate everybody. Once more, the play next time I'll begin at the floor.
Excellent. You get an open mind, and that's a beautiful thing, you know. Certain things that happen in some of we lives where they make we with perception change, you know, and not make we less of a human being the way we get for share the husband, you know what I mean? If that be the case. As long as we get the respect and peace of mind, I think say that's the first anything else. Having said that, I want to tell you plenty thank you, Miss Marie. You as equally as that of everybody else. Anytime where I invite you, you're ready for honor the invitation. Thank you for your time. Thank you for giving yourself an open mind and able for think outside of the box and outside of your norm. Truly appreciate that. Wonderful soul you are. Having said that, once again, we did tell the audience and plenty thank you, and in a forgive we will not go through the thread, the entire messages them. Mr. Wankasu, Mr. Lawrence, Mr. Janet, Yashek, and all thank you. Until next time, this is Salone for All, Voice for All, Network Television. I am your host, KHADIJA TEJAN NABIE. And God bless you all, and God bless the Republic of Sierra Leone. Mr. Wankasu, I like that. You know, I'll get the thumbs up, so that I just put our post, they always see the thumbs up. I love that. You guys have an awesome night. God bless you all.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Wankasu.